And on that note, hello, hi, welcome to everyone. It is a Monday, what is it today? The 10th? The 10th of November 2025. We are fast approaching 2026, and it's weird because I haven't really got used to saying 2025 yet. We're back with Lost Odyssey. It's been a hot minute. I don't remember off the top of my head how hot that minute has lasted, but it's been a while. I have been to places, I've seen things since then. I guess maybe will the save file have a date on it? Maybe check that. God, it is almost 2026. I don't like that cheese. Yo, where is chaotic? Huh? How do I play this game? Oh, jeez. Does it have a date on it? No, it's got playtime. It doesn't have a date. Okay. Dude, I'm exactly the same way, Barley. I'm exactly the same way. Hope you well, by the way, Deacon. I'm also going on a caloric deficit for a few months, and now that Ash actually sleeps in time, starting to the gym once again. That's really good. Jeez, I'm glad you managed to get all these like dietary things going. I was going to say before as well, until you just mentioned Ash's sleeping patterns. I feel like most of the diets that I'm familiar with, that have been effective for me personally, all require sleep. I don't think there's any diet that you can get around where sleep is not part of the equation in a very heavy-handed way. Is it just me? Does this seem more anti-alias than usual? I think I've just been playing other video games. Anyway, sleep is overrated. God, I wish that was true. God, I wish that was true. What is the way? I'm trying to avoid hitting the next cutscene because we want to. Hang on. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. I got a seed for you. I need seeds, buddy. I need all my seeds. I don't even know what we have and haven't collected from this particular place. I just remember that one thing. And I think it was this house. That's why I stopped playing here that day. Let me know if audio levels are good, by the way. If you need more juice from the game, let me know. Alright, I think it's this fella. I'm still not feeling it right. I'm sure I can make something if I had some crystal fragments from the Crimson Forest. I know, maybe if I could get one more. You see that shit? One more. He needs one more. And like I mentioned before I started recording, so I'll do it here for context. It's in this Crimson Forest. Crystal fragments. There's like 25 of them or whatever. I don't know which one of these we missed. I'm sorry. We're going back. Game audio could be bumped a hair. Okay, bumping it a tiny hair. It's one of those games, Barley, where I don't think I can adjust the audio super well. Like, as in like the BGM, the audio, the balance is all over the place. But I'll keep adjusting it otherwise, so let me know if anything just becomes hard to hear. Also, I think I'm hearing this twice. Hang on. Did I do a boo-boo? I think I did a boo-boo. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I think... Don't tell anyone. I'm going to adjust it now. I think what I did was monitor it. Yeah, I did. Monitor off. There we go. I was hearing the game coming through my laptop. Don't tell anyone. That's because I was shiny hunting and Pokemon and I couldn't be asked to put it on the big screen. Is he gonna let me past? Yeah, he is. Good. Alright, here we go. I can get out this way without going through the main part. I'm not sure exactly what the trigger is for the next area, but I know it has something to do with being in that area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something to do over there. We're going to the Crimson Forest again. Oh, I love this overworld music. Diets are easy. You just eat nothing but Taco Bell and candy bars, and boom, you drop 35 kg. Deacon, can you send me some resources to do with this diet that you're talking about? I almost had Taco Bell for the first time in my life when we were in the UK because I found a halal one in London. I was very surprised. Jesus, what time's it? Oh, my bad. I'm 26. You are. Yeah. Late 20s, Barley. Yeah. Till we get into the combat, since it's a quiet area. Anyway, yeah, it is. It's chill here. Can't say it's a bad thing. A powerful digestive system is ideal. I'd appreciate it if my body would man up and accept lactose again. Yeah, I don't. The Taco Bell isn't bad in London, but like their meat isn't great. Which one? Because the one I found, cheese, was halal, and it was on like a whole street of other halal places, so I was very excited about it. But we had already had plans to go elsewhere, so I didn't end up going to it. But definitely next time I will. All right, so here's the map. I'm gonna follow it in the alphabetical order that's listed it on this guide that I'm using. So the first one is next to the save point. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be these fucking mushrooms, and it's not. So next we're going to B. B is this pile of mushrooms, and it is not. Next is C, and C is over here, but that was meant to be a seed, so I can ignore that for now and assume I got it. Next is D, which is on to the right of that, which is around that next purple mushroom area. God, I can't believe we're missing one bloody crystal fragment. I hope it's here, by the way. Oh yeah, how do you play this game again? Oh boy. Wind, Where? Me. I hit you. You hit you. You do a spell. Wind is weak to fire. Mac, you do whatever you want, Mac. Don't feel pressure to do anything serious. Alright, here we go. Sorry, pal. Look, Mac. Alright, we're good.
Phew, that was a close one.
No, Boomerman, I know. The soundtrack in this game is so good. It's so good. I'm not an expert or even a novice, but maybe try eating nothing but cheese for a week, and maybe your body will give up and make lactose digesting things. I laugh, but like, isn't that a legit thing, Deacon? Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard stories of people building tolerance by consuming. I'm saying this very cautiously because I know allergies don't work like that, but there are exceptions depending on how your body processes things. I am not a medical expert, so take what I'm saying as with a massive grain of salt, unless you're allergic to salt. I generally have no idea. I have no idea, honestly. I thought they were all halal. Well, the Taco Bells, no. There's no way that all the Taco Bells are halal. That sounds like legit information. I'll stop eating altogether. Just drink milk. Yeah, I find doing things out of spite is definitely a worthwhile fuel. I'm convinced that we don't have D. So that we have D from here. So we're going to move on. E is an encounter. I already have that. F is an anti-paralysis herb, which I don't give a shit about. Here we go. GHI are 3 crystal fragments, and they are located... Oh, fuck. GHI. Man, how am I gonna... Oh, okay. Okay, so there's one down here. This thing here. Nah, looks like we have this one. Looks like we have this one. I'm mashing the button. So we have G. H is on like the other side. It's hard sometimes, like, I know I'm following a guide, so it seems like it should be straightforward, but the guide looks like this. Like, it's a top-down 3D render of the area, but that doesn't show me which paths I can take. Usually it lines up and it's obvious, but in areas like this, it's not super obvious to me. Oh, it's a big guy. So what have I got equipped? Oh shit, yeah, I need to check whether or not I've got the right things equipped in here. Spirit magic, I don't think that's what this thing is. What is this thing? I mean, there's only 3 of them anyway, fuck it. He took those hits well. Oh, he's the one that does that. What an asshole. How much HP does this guy have? Yeah, he's done.
Phew. That was a close one.
Learn combo? Fantastic. This is one of those games as well where when you complete an encounter like that, if you have a status ailment like poison, it's gone after the fight. And that's nothing unique in JRPGs, especially of modern era. But I felt like back then with this game, that always surprised me. Because I felt like it's got such an old school mentality, almost to a fault, that I always just assumed I would still have to deal with it after the fact. So it was always a nice thing to be like, oh, I don't have to deal with this. What was I going to check? Oh, skills. Yeah. It's been a while since I've talked about skills, but basically linked skills is linking an immortal character to learn something from a mortal character, because immortal characters cannot learn new skills on their own. So I'm currently learning everything from Mac. So we've just learned power hit and combo. I'm just going to work my way down. We'll learn wall next. Looks like it's the same with Seth. Yeah, that looks good. Same thing happens with their enhancements. Enhancements are from these accessories. So he's got the yellow band right now. He has not learned this. I don't need it. I'm just such a... Like, actually, there's a few here that might be more useful. I just like them to learn everything. You know, just so I have the option. You never know. Prevent sleep. You can have that. Mortal characters, unfortunately, will need to keep these on them if they want to keep using them. Alright, so it's not in G, clearly. So I'm going to try going to H. H is very confusing to me, but it looks like it's underneath the fast travel point in the top right, I guess? Imagine one day you contract a super dangerous disease and you fight monsters to cure yourself. God, can you imagine? Alright, if I'm reading this correctly, it's like... I think it's this. Yeah, it's 100% this one. And we've definitely got this one. Alright, so that's H. I is further down? Maybe. God, I can't tell. Yeah, okay, this is where I'm going to struggle a little bit. I'll go down this path first. So I'm assuming it's this thing here. This is the furthest thing on the right at the bottom. And I've already got it, as you can see. But just in case I'm wrong, it might be on the inner side. How would I get to that from here? I'm probably have to go around this way. I think it's by using this. I don't think this is the case, but I'm trying to like just cover everything. You know, we're missing one crystal fragment. I have no idea where I'm missing it from. So if I'm reading this correctly, it could be here-ish somewhere. Nah, whatever was up here, we've definitely already got. 100%. Alright, so if I've done this correctly, we have every single crystal fragment in this part of the Crimson Forest, which leads just one other place. I'm going to count this down as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. In the next area, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Okay, if there's only 12 here... Wait, how many... how many crystal fragments was there in total? Does anyone remember? I don't think this game has a log for side quests. You just kind of gotta fucking know it. Was it only 12? I thought it was 24. But 24 is twice as many as 12. So now I'm extra confused. Because I'm pretty sure it was just in these two areas. Because if it's another area, then I might be extra fucked. Alright, let's just check the next area. We'll deal with this issue if we don't find it in the next area. I'm sorry, Cheese, you might need to run that by me one more time, buddy. Alright, so in this area where we enter, A is a Christmas crystal fragment, and that's on the top right. Yeah, it's this thing here. Yeah, which, as you can see, we've clearly got this one. Next one is B. B seems like it's on a higher plane. Yeah, up here. Okay.
Huh. Not too smart, eh?
Babies and phone is a dangerous combination. Oh, he's the red Trent. He's the only one in front. And he is earth hardened. I will equip for that. Because I want to remember this. Earth is weak to, hang on. Fire beats wind. Wind beats ground. Ground is earth. So it's wind? I think. He's also hardened, right? So we could use a hardened thing too. Yeah, I've got level 1 wind. Let's give that a go. I think I'm right. And then... what is she using? Beast, machine, magic. I will give you hardened. Okay, and then what have we got otherwise? Fire, wind. You can help us out with this fella. Actually, what skill does he have? Why not? And then we need water for the last one. Yeah. Yeah, damage up. But I feel like I should just probably go with magic. That guy seems very beefy. Go on, Mac. Get stuck in there, bud. Alright, what's it got? 625? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use a little bit of magic. So wind. Why don't you go and punch something, buddy? One more wind in case that doesn't work out. Yeah, that does way more damage. Much better.
Taking candy from a
Hey, Ops, welcome in, buddy. Happy Monday to you. How's it going? Was this GameCube exclusive? It was an Xbox 360 exclusive, strangely enough. Xbox 360 didn't have many JRPG exclusives, but it did have this and Blue Dragon from the top of my head. I do own Blue Dragon, but I never played through it, so at some point I'd like to do that as well. I know that there was, if Barley's around, maybe he'll know this as well. I think there was like a Blue Dragon for the DS as well, but I don't remember now. It's been such a long time. I know that they made like an Okami for the DS as well. Like these weird JRPG prequels or sequels and stuff. Like Final Fantasy 12, I think, had something as well. Honestly, can't remember. Lost Odyssey was definitely 360 only. Yeah, this was definitely 360 only, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, 100%. I think this one's B, in which case I already have B. C is all the way down here. Going good, had to help relatives with stuff, so I had to do my 7k run today, but did big grocery shopping, and later can just kick my feet up and relax. I did a 10-minute walk today. I felt like that was enough. Was gaming until 5, 6 in the morning yesterday, so feeling pretty energetic considering. Dude, I was just telling people before you came in that I was also gaming really late last night. One of the reasons I'm super tired today was because we had like drilling and construction work at like 8 in the morning, which I had no idea. I've got significantly less sleep than I was hoping to have today. How should I do this then? Hang on. No, we'll keep to the plan. I think it's a bit of both. I do have a massive headache. I took a painkiller for that, so hopefully that'll die off a little bit. But I am gonna... It's gonna catch up with me for sure, Ops. It's definitely gonna catch up with me. How did the randomizer thing go this weekend? I was hoping to catch more, but things TM haven't. I will upload the VOD later, Deacon, because I had a really good time. It was one of the best runs of Super Mario World I think I've ever had, which is crazy because, as some of the people watching me will attest to, I didn't get the ability to run until literally I was in Bowser's Castle. Like, I had done like 90 fucking 4 exits by then or whatever, and played the vast majority of the game for hours without having the ability to run. But I got climb and grab fairly early. I didn't get swim for quite some time, actually. And all things considered, it went really smoothly. Afterwards, when I did defeat Bowser, it unlocked the rest of the things for me, and I stuck around to do like all 96 exits, and it was a really good time. I think Super Mario World is fantastic, and I randomized the levels as well. So like, even though I'm familiar with the map and where the stages are, they had all moved around, and that made it extra fun. Oh, Jensen. Let's see. Boom! Timber walk as a win. I'm gonna take it as a win. My legs are killing me. After the trip to the UK, I still haven't recovered. Alright, this is the other one. Oh, I also have this one. Alright, so that's C. Next, D is the other fork from here. If you look on the map in the top right there, the other fork. But that's not a crystal fragment, that's an herb. But I'll go there anyway, just because I want to make sure. Like, who knows, maybe the guide has a mistake in it. I highly doubt it, but whatever.
Don't let him get away!
Oh, shit! It's this thing! It's this thing. What do I do? Fuck. It's water, right? So water is weak to ground. It's gonna run away before I can do any real damage, but I'll give it a good go. Oh, I do have a power hit. Oh yeah, it's off. Yep, it's done. I think the only way to do damage to that thing at this point for me in the game is to use items. So in Lost Odyssey, every skill and move and technique or whatever has a different speed associated with it, like a priority, so to speak, of when they happen. Items supersede the vast majority of it. I'm pretty sure items go before anything else. But for something like this, I would need like a ground bomb item. It doesn't do a shit ton of damage, but I think if I had enough of them, I might be able to kill one of those. It's been a while though. I don't even remember what the reward is. I just assumed it's a lot of experience, but I could be wrong. Does Mac have healing? He does. Get some better healing from Cook as well. There we go. I gotta renew the gym membership soon. I think during winter I need to switch to a way more indoor exercises. That would make sense. It's gonna get chilly. Hey, yo, James, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? Finally, someone playing this game. Such a hidden gem. Dude, I love this game. It's such an amazing game. I've been meaning to stream this for the longest bloody time, and I finally get around to it. I am trying to collect, if you're familiar with this then, James, I'm trying to collect all the seeds. So for the first time, like, I'm using a guide to see where things are. Here it is. But I've missed, because I'm doing a side quest at the moment, I gotta collect all the crystal fragments. This is still fairly early on in the game. So I don't know when's the last time you played this. But I don't know which one I've missed, so I'm very carefully going through each one of these bloody markers, like this one here, just to see which one it is that I missed. I was going to originally do this offline, but it's been a while since I streamed this game. I figured it'd be a nice way to get back into it. Which, on that subject, the next one is E. E is at the very top of this bloody thing. Oy. Yeah, same. It's tough though, isn't it? For me, for a lot of the people in our circle who I know love JRPGs, and would love the music, the aesthetic, the vibe, and the gameplay of this, if it is their, like, you know, their kind of cup of tea, it's hard to recommend just because it's stuck on the 360. Though I do know, like, emulation for 360 stuff has gotten more accessible. Okay, so I think this one is E. I'm gonna say this is E, and I have it. Ugh. Okay, there's another thing over here somewhere. I'm gonna assume I also have. And I guess this is the other one. Oh, this is not boding well. E was an encounter. F. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. E was a crystal fragment. F was a mana capsule. G was a crystal fragment. Yeah, so what I'm standing next to right now, this was meant to be another fragment, and it's not this one. We're running out of which ones it could be, and I'm getting a little bit anxious. Next one is J. J is located at the other side of this map. Okay. It's got mic written all over it. Is that the one that does the audio? Because, yeah, for all the Final Fantasies I've seen that guy do.
Not too smart, eh?
Bugger. I was just saying how this is not going to work out. I might as well just try to do the same things. It will run away. Yep. I don't think I have enough ground bombs to do the other thing that I wanted to try.
Taking candy from a baby.
Like taking candy from a baby. Alright, so where am I? According to this, J should be right here. This thing. Oh boy. Yeah, it looks like I already have this one too. That's all of them. That's all of them. That's all of them. Okay, so there must be more than in these two areas. The battle theme is beautiful. I love the overworld music as well when you're fast traveling to another location. So good. In the Maze of Gloom area, you can find dozens of crystal fragments by smashing crystal fungus formations. So it is specifically these fungus formations. Which one? What are there any? Oh shit! There's some in the Sorcerer's Shrine. All right, we're going back into the shrine. So maybe there is 24. All right. As I enter, there is one on the right of this. Is there? I don't see any around here. Leave this place at once, if thy life is dear to thee. Fury shall befall those who defile this holy shrine. That's fantastic. I don't see one here. Is the game having a laugh? This guide having a laugh. That's a save point. If I don't find one here, I'm just going to go to the assumption that I already have it. Just to show you what I'm looking at. This here. I assume I'm in the upper level, right? There's a save point right here. Which is in the top corner. And then there's this thing, which I assume is this thing here. And then A right next to it, which will be exactly where I've just had this encounter.
What?
Oh shit, what the fuck is that? Fire spear. Dirt magic. Plant dragon. And he's at the back. Alright, spirit magic. Do I have something for spirit? Spirit killer 1? Spirit killer 3, that'll probably do it. Let me add him. Bum, 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 bum. We'll soak this one. Mac, you're perfect. You do whatever you want, buddy. And maybe we'll soak the other one as well. Interesting. Cook is faster than Jensen.
Well, have you fallen for me yet?
Alright, it looks like we learnt those skills from the equipment that we had from the accessories. Yeah. So I'll just equip another one. Alright, it's like right here according to the map. The only thing I can interact with is this thing. I'm gonna assume that we got it. Oh wait, is it this thing? Yeah, it's these purple things specifically. Right? Yeah. Why is it showing it in the wrong area? Oh, did I have the map on that entire fight? My bad. Alright, I'm gonna assume we got that one. We're heading down. In this area, there is 3 more. One you can see immediately in front of us. This one right here. Looks like I already have this one. This is another one. Looks like I already have this one. And this is another one. And it looks like I already have this one. I have them all, Barley. I don't know. Oh, wait. Do I have this one? Yep. Any around here? I have them. I have them all. 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 Alright, next fucking area. Jesus Christ, is there any in here? There is 2 in here. Yeah. C and D. C is at the very end of this? At the beginning of this? Where am I? I'm from the... Yeah, I'm coming up this way. Yeah, so like this. Yeah, I wouldn't have missed something so obvious like that. I go all the way down here. I'm pretty sure we have that one that I'm running towards.
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
was hoping the cursor would remember which targets we had last time. I guess it doesn't work like that. But there's a healing spot near us. Sorry, pal. If I don't get the seed in this little voyage back, I'll do it offline.
Like taking candy from a baby.
We'll continue the story. I just figured another thorough looky abouty would be more than what we need, you know? Okay, so that's B. B is a chest, yeah. There's the Healy spot. F is a slot seed. It's also really important, so I'm gonna double check I got that, yeah. C, D, there's 2 fragments in here, so I checked one. It was D, but there's another one this way? Oh my god. Guys. Oh, thank god. Oh, huge. Oh, good job, chat. We did it. Woo. Oh, all right. That's the end of stream. Thanks for joining, everyone. It's been real. It's been Lost Odyssey. We got it. We got all the fragments. I could retire. Whoo. That's literally the last one on the list. Oh, Christ.
Let's take him now.
Oh, okay. How we can play the game. Oh yeah, these fruits. Yeah, this guy's a pain in the ass, and he's spirit and he's earth. Yeah, keep with that. These are all fire. Yeah, okay, we got this. Take out these balloons first. Little hook feet. Go on, Mac, get stuck in there, bud. What a good lad. 612, that's not great. What is the earth? These earth. Then we make it wet. Wait, hang on, I've already forgotten. Fire is good against wind. Wind is good against ground. Ground is good against water. Wind. Not like it matters. Yo, Scode, welcome in, bud. How you doing? This. Should be a shortcut out of here. It is Monday. Indeed it is, my friend. Indeed it is a Monday. I hope this Monday treats you well. Alright, there we go. Let me get the fudge out of here. What kind of pepper are you as? I'm a Capricin extract. Type of pepper. It's been a while since I've seen this one, especially with the Mario bombs. Yeah, this was based on Cap, our friendly regular. He does stream on occasions, and it's a pleasure when he does. Thank you, thank you. What am I fighting? Oh, right. Flyweight Kalolan. Huh. These are all wind out there. Fuck them. Wind is weak against fire. Why don't we do how does it work again? Prism? Prism. Prism. I think it's Prism. And then she can do where is it? God, it's been a minute since I've done this. Casting support. Yes. So I'm having Gentron do like an attack everyone magic spell, but it takes a while for him to charge up. Cook comes with a unique ability to use casting support, where she sacrifices her turn completely in order to speed up his execution. It's actually very useful later on in the game, even.
Okay.
Having moves come out faster, even if you sacrifice having 2 moves further down, is very useful. Because one thing about this game, which I find really interesting compared to other JRPGs of its type, is that it has like this guard system, which is the 2 top bars on the top left and the top right. So the one on the left says level 1 right now, which is my enemies. My guard is at level 4 at the top right. And it dictates your defense for the back row. The longer the fight goes on and the more hits you're taking, the lower that gets. Like it gets hurt every time you take damage. There are ways to mitigate and to buff it even in battle, but it's very slow and it's often not worth trying to regain guard. I forgot what it's called. It's called GC. I don't remember what the C stands for. I still think, like, playing through this casually, you might not need to worry about that guard bar at all.
I wish I was stronger.
But if you understand how it works, you realize that for like some of the boss fights, that you can't just take your sweet time if it's a particularly tough one, because with it constantly going down, the fight is technically just getting harder and harder. And I just think it's a really interesting mechanic. I don't think it's particularly explained well, but that could just be me as well. And like, it doesn't get too complicated. Like, there's, like I said, you can kind of ignore that it even exists and kind of power your way through it. See if there's anything on it, actually, because I'm curious myself now. Is there not like a glossary of terms in this? I thought there was something. I remember Newt. We will continue. Oh, maybe it's in the options. Actually, hang on. Son of a bitch, it's not. Alright, now we need to figure out where we're actually up to in the story. So enjoy this music while I try to find the right page. Oh, well, first thing we should do is go and hand in this final crimson fragment, I guess. Let's do that. And we're gonna trust past Azad that we collected everything else from these areas that we needed to collect. or handed it anything that we needed. I don't think we've completely locked ourselves out if that is the case, though. I think it'll be fine. I believe we got everything that we need, or that we'll be able to come back here at some point. Here is your lone fucking crystal fragment. You've brought a lot of crystal fragments in for me, haven't you? This mysterious light. Oh yes, it's coming to me now. Thank you for this rare relic. I think I can feel my muse returning. I'm afraid I have little to reward you with, but here is the very first piece I ever created. Please take it with you if you will. Thank you, good sir. Bruce's maximum HP? Yeah, why not? Sure. Sure. Right, we're gonna save here because we have boss fight incoming. This guide has suggested levels. It says they suggest being at level 20 or 21 for this fight. What are we? We're 20. Oh yeah, we're at the suggested level. Aye. Sounds good. Don't actually know where I need to go to trigger this fight, but I figure we just keep oh shit. You're making me out to be a fool. I'll have you know that I'm with General Kakanas. I'm not criticizing you, son. I'd just rather you kept to one side of the street rather than standing pointlessly in the middle, blocking the way. There's a fight going on, so you might want to go some other way. That soldier is an annoying one, but the old guy ain't no saint either. This could take a while. God, I thought we were about to hit another story beat. Yo, Viren, welcome in. I think I have an Odyssey somewhere in my closet. Let me find it for you. If you do, we could wrap up the stream here and now, Viren. If you could do me a solid.
Beloved citizens of Ura, I am Tolton, son of the late King Ch.4. Please heed my words.
Heed my words.
At this moment, our nation is
Oh, if it isn't that little scamp from Ura.
It's the council. I wonder what's going on. What would be so important that they'd have to broadcast it around the world?
that on the Wall Highlands into such a tragedy. I am overwhelmed with shame at the number of people who died in that battle. Furthermore, I must inform the people that His Excellency, the Venerable Chairman Roxian, who has led the council since our nation became a republic, has passed away due to a sudden illness. His Excellency felt a terrible sense of responsibility.
Do you understand any of this? There were a lot of words I heard in my history class.
That to save Uri, the monarchy must be restored immediately. Therefore, in accordance with His Excellency's dying wish, I hereby declare that henceforth the Republic shall be abolished and the Council shall be dissolved.
Huh, Golden Boy is sure taking a lot of initiative there.
It's Gongora's plotting.
The boss?
I don't get it. They're trying to stop something, right?
I, as the first in line to the throne, shall, with honor, bear the crown as 45th King of Ura. Also,
Oh, 45. Oh, thanks for clearing it up. I thought you were 44.
incumbent on the ruler of this nation, I shall appoint His Excellency Gongora, a sorcerer of vast experience, as my royal advisor and second in command.
Well, it shall be a great honor to accept your Majesty's appointment.
Gongora.
He sure knows how to ham it up.
What? Did he just say royal advisor? He's kidding, right?
It's nothing but government by regent.
My beloved citizens, allow me to illustrate one of the reasons that I reached this difficult decision.
It's me! Look it!
They must be planning to invade Ura.
Is that my voice?
Is that my voice?
It has been refitted
He looks so intense.
In this time of crisis,
Yo, Zer, welcome in, bud.
no longer has a standing army to protect us. Our army was swept up in the devastation at the Wall Highlands. It is in
I love how Kaim is at this point completely done with his bullshit. And like, not this is
So
this
I
doesn't
am
surprise him.
confused. Why is this one
Jansen, what the hell
Kansas,
is
but this
this?
one is not
Explain
Arca
yourself.
Kansas? Why is it
telling you,
Arca
I don't know
Cancel?
anything.
As are explained.
I don't know if I can score.
Bygone Goro? You gotta be kidding
I
me.
love the
was
design
just
of
in
these
it for the
2v
money.
run. I love how like the word like mature RPG gets thrown around a lot, usually to do with thematics in JRPGs or whatever. But I think like they really tried aesthetically to make these guys look like you know, mature adults, as opposed to like the more anime aesthetic of Final Fantasy. Which again, no shade on Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy, but I do like how you can contrast it quite well. You know, like this one's for how extravagant of what they're wearing, and the outfits in the world and whatever. I do feel like the way the faces are designed and like the color of the hair and stuff like that is very, very grounded, and I think that's a nice. It's a nice to have amidst all the other stuff that we have. You know, like we're spoiled for choice, and this is a nice little roundup for all that. You need me? You want me to pause? Oh, I see. Okay. Hang on. Spec just needs me to spray her, can I? Where do you need me to spray her? I see it, yeah. Kind of dried up.
Hello.
There you go. Yep.
Thank you.
She's nursing a scratch from Naga. I got you.
The vaccine.
Yeah. Make sure you don't get rid of all the pseudocrim so quickly.
Nima Kuba.
Yep. Can I hand you this? I've been good and consuming nothing but water. And that has nothing to do with the fact that there's nothing else to consume in the kitchen. But I have only been consuming water.
It's raining there and I don't want.
Alright, well, I just told everyone how I haven't had an energy drink in a while. But I wouldn't say no to one. Yeah, I've just, listen, I have a headache because they were banging and drilling from God knows what o'clock this morning after they were taking down the front door. Why were they drilling for what felt like 5 hours to take down a front door? I could have just kicked the motherfucker down. I've played video games before. They're taking down the frame as well. Why? What's wrong with the frame? Oh, they put a new shiny one in? Oh, okay. Oh. Typical some guy dies and they bring back Monarchy back pronto. I know. They're like, hey, someone died. Clearly this isn't working. Somehow I keep thinking of FF13 with the designs. Yeah, no, that's not a bad comparison, Ops, especially with the proportion of the characters and like the weird kind of out there layering of the clothing. Because I feel like this point of the of like JRPG development, they could definitely do more textured looks on the outfits and stuff. But Final Fantasy 13 still has that very I don't know how to describe it, and this is not a negative, it's just like the aesthetic that they go for. Very airbrushed kind of like perfect face pause kind of thing going on, you know, like it's an anime game. People got pink hair and shit. I mean, a lot of staff in dev team for Lost Odyssey were former Square Enix staff. Correct. It is mostly the I mean, Sakaguchi and Uematsu, which are literally the creators, forefathers of Final Fantasy. It's more Final Fantasy in many ways compared to the more modern ones in everything but name. Namely, design team people were involved, both character and gameplay wise. Yup. I live in this damn country and I cannot explain. Yeah, I'm with you, sir. Characters also fit the world design. Everyone here is a bit much, which means everyone is just right. Yeah, it does do a lot of that. Like, they still stand out more than the NPCs, you know? Like, you don't blend in, per se. But that's not a knock against this game. That's just, like, video game in general, I feel, right? Like, if you look at Final Fantasy X, which I was watching recently because Haley was playing through it, no one dresses like the main characters, even though everyone dresses kind of weirdly. Although, maybe that's not completely fair. I feel like Waka kind of looks like his team, you know? Imakuga. I was screaming, oh, you're good, don't worry about it. Fantasy horticulture feels more grounded, older. Yeah, I feel like even though we've got a couple of kids here, I even feel like the way that the kids are portrayed is very maturely done. Like when you meet them, I said this last time we were playing, but I love talking about this. Like I wish I was a little bit more I don't know if open-minded is the word for this, but I wish I enjoyed more of like kids in video games, but I don't. They kind of grind, like especially in JRPGs and anime with the squeaky voices and the mannerisms and stuff. And God forbid they're ever over-sexualized, but whenever they input kids into the game, I always feel like it's very hard to do convincing kids because it's very easy to make them stupid. Because they get naive and stupidity. I feel like it's like there's an overlap there, and I don't think that's particularly fair. I don't think kids are that stupid. And I think this game does the kids really well, where like just that one exchange that you saw where they're watching what's happening in Ura to do with the handing over of the monarchy. And clearly, obviously, they don't know what the fuck is going on, but the way that they're trying to understand what's going on is very childlike without it sounding... They don't sound dumb, they just sound like they just don't understand what's happening. And I think that's like a really big difference. And you meet them in this game after they lose their... Like, you meet them just as they lose their mother and come to the realization that they've met their grandfather. And that's such a weird stacking of emotional and traumatic things, but I think they handle it really well. And it could have been like a laborious, very tedious and painful thing to watch, like very cringe, but they pulled it off really well. And like hats off to the game for that. Like I can't even point to another game that has kids in it that like represents a situation as bold as this one, you know? Anyway, I like these kids. What I'm saying, Cook and Mac, fantastic pair of kids in a video game. And I think that's huge. In my headcanon, this is FF11. Sure, yeah. Kids are absolutely the two kids from, I think, FF4 or 6. I don't know the games prior to 7 that well. It's been so long since I played 4 or 6. I don't know if 6 had kids. 4 might have had. I don't remember now. I know when I think back to 4, I remember the... What do I remember from 4? I remember the fighter class fella. And the... Is that the one with like the Dark Knight fella? And was his name Cecil? Or am I thinking of someone else? 4 and 6. Oh, 6 had kids as well, God. It's been so long. How far are we in the game? Not very far at all. We are on disc 2 of 4. Even though I've clocked in like 15 hours, it's been very slow going. I have been paused for 20 minutes now, thanks, Beck. Porim and the siblings, yeah! God, it's been so long, though I barely remember any of that.
Let it slip.
Yeah, okay. So now you know. But all he asked me to do is keep an eye on you guys. You gotta believe me.
Then what was that black pearl all about?
Well, look, that was, well...
Kime, this guy's bad news. We should get rid of him. We need to deal with him before we look for Sarah. Gangara might even be listening in on this conversation.
Hey, wait a minute, okay? You don't know the whole story. Let me just...
It doesn't matter.
Kime?
Let him hear us. Let him see us. Let him shudder as we close in on him.
You are creeping me out. Man, you know, he's a handful even after getting his memories back. Where did I put that pearl?
I love the 180 that they've done for Kime. Like at the beginning of this, Kime is such a wet blanket. He's like, oh, I'm a silent protagonist too. I can't remember my memories. And it's like, okay, we're doing one of these again. And then as soon as his memories start coming back to him, he's like, I remember. I remember who did this to me. Fuck that guy. Because you're eating.
You alright?
Yeah. Fire!
And this game isn't without its flaws, by the way. Like, it's definitely aged a lot in some aspects, too.
This is no ordinary attack, is it?
What's an ordinary attack?
Jack, now's the chance for you to slip into the smoke and run.
What? No way.
Move! If you stay here, you'll be in our way.
That's not true. We're in this together.
Let's go the
go.
zoomies.
Don't
Wow,
worry.
wow.
We'll be fine.
I say we surprise him by running away.
You, shut up.
What?
Yeah, me too, Barley. Because it is one of the Rugrats voice actresses, isn't it?
You know, I think they've noticed us.
Kime?
If we put up a struggle here, we could end up triggering outright war between Ura and Numara.
So that means we should do what?
Don't move! If you resist, you'll regret it.
So we let ourselves get caught. That's brilliant.
We should.
That's
let them
brilliant.
know Fighting won't solve anything.
Then we'll need the power of the Queen.
Power of the Queen. Good idea. You know, me and the Queen are.
Naga.
Yeah, we go.
I mean, the
way
Queen are
back, no
tight.
problem.
Yeah, right.
I take it for granted, but like the way Jensen talks, you know how he's like rapid fire,
We're not
and he's always just
spies.
speaking his
We
mind and
want to
mumbling.
speak to the proper
I don't think that would have been
authorities.
possible if it was dubbed. Like they recorded this in Japanese, sorry, in English first, which nowadays I feel like isn't that crazy, but back then that was pretty new for a JRPG to do.
If you're not spies, then what is the meaning of this?
I don't know how well this guy's aged.
For ordinary travelers, you've certainly managed to get involved in some extraordinary events.
Like maybe a small nitpick, but this dude's like upper cheekbone thingy. Every time he talks, like I find it hard to concentrate on what he's actually saying because I can't. His cheekbone stuff, you'll see it now when he's talking. It just they just flap in this really weird way.
I apologize for pretending to be something I'm not. I just want you to hear me out.
Oh, I'll hear you out. You're going to tell me what Ura is plotting.
You see that? It's
Well,
uncomfortable,
see, now
isn't it?
There's no surprise. They were gonna throw your birthday party. Where's the Queen?
Who do you think you're talking to?
I believe he actually just bitch slapped him.
What's that look for? This fellow senses something unusual in your eyes.
What? Huh?
Well then, let's expose those eyes for what they really are. Our country's sorcerers have some impressive powers themselves.
I am flattered, General.
Do it.
Do
Yes,
it.
sir.
Oh boy! Whoa! Oh!
Jansen.
Wow, do you see what I'm seeing? Are those mine? Those are mine.
Ah, contact lenses.
These are without doubt crystals of magic energy. What this man sees is passed along to another sorcerer through these lenses of light. They are called spy eyes, and they allow a sorcerer to see everything the wearer sees.
Yeah, it's.
Awfully elaborate stunt to
This dude
pull
is so veined up.
for a spy.
Hey, you know, I am not that smart. I mean, I'm not saying I'm dumb. I didn't know.
Excuse me, General, but this man is most likely telling the truth.
What?
What?
The person in which spy eyes are implanted would not be aware of them. I could tell that much when I remove them. This is high-level magic, far beyond the capabilities of someone such as myself.
Even with your power, you could not do it?
As you say, sir.
Ah, can't believe he was just using me.
Of all the times to figure that out.
I am gonna make that greedy, senile, flea-infested bastard pay.
I hate
You
that
won't
dude
have
has such a
time
walk
for that,
cycle.
Spies. Kill them.
Excuse you.
Well, all right then.
There was just no getting through to that guy.
We don't have much of a choice.
Not too smart, eh?
Wide open palm disrespect. Ben, it was so bad they had to cut it away. You just saw the reaction of someone else of him getting slapped. That's how bad it was. Alright, what are we fighting? What are these people? Who are you? Nothing or nothing. Fantastic. I'll just leave that on him. I assume there's nothing to steal? Just whetstones? Yeah, that's fine. Bullets. Those are cool shields. I think using 2 shields as weaponry is a really cool idea. I think aesthetically it's pretty sick. Yo, Fox, welcome in. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Much appreciated. Am I sensing some Expedition 33 timing here? You definitely are, Ben. You're welcome in, Cenos. I'm gonna go with Maximus. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid, Fox. I really appreciate it, man. How you doing? I know you were doing Bloodborne today, right? How was that going? I haven't played Bloodborne in years, but I love that game. It was actually one of, I think it was the first Souls-like from software developers that I played. Like, I'd played some other ones, but that was the first one from them I had played. Yeah, Bloodborne is really, really good. I've been meaning to go back to it for a long time, because I actually played and completed it before the DLC was released. I think the DLC came out like a year after or something. I don't remember exactly. But I've always been meaning to go back to do that. Yeah, it's good to see you do it, man. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I met a nice boss here at the end. Very excited to play against it tomorrow. Ooh. Are we talking DLC or someone else? Because I know that there's a nice boss at the end of the DLC too. Oh, you're in the DLC? Fantastic, yeah. That's the only thing I haven't done. I haven't done the DLC before. But I've done everything else in Bloodborne. Like, I remember, like, platinum in that game, like, years ago. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. And if you need to head off or you need to take a break or whatever, or grab something to eat, please take care of yourself. So hanging about, I'd love to have you. Raiders, welcome in. I'm One Azadogin. We play some video games or some shit. Today, and it's been a minute since we've done this, we're playing Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey is a hidden gem from the 360 era. It was a 360 exclusive game, JRPG made by Mistwalker. Mistwalker was made up of Sakaguchi and Uematsu. If you're not familiar with them, they're like the godfathers and the founders of Final Fantasy. So it's very traditional old school JRPG. It's fantastic. I have a very big soft spot for it, and I'm finally getting around to streaming it. A really good game. We're not too far in, I don't think, like in terms of JRPG anyway. We're like 10, 15 hours in. We haven't even met all the characters just yet, like on your team and stuff. On the second of 4 discs, when games used to come on multiple discs. Where nowadays I feel like they just give you 1 disc and you download the rest of it. But I digress. So it's a very traditional turn-based JRPG. It does have some timing element, as you saw with the ring that happens. So when you do a normal attack with any of the characters, I'll do everyone with a normal attack now. You get this like little ring minigame. Hold down the trigger and try to line up in the circle. If you get it in the circle, you get it good. If you get it perfectly on top of it before it goes under, you'll get it perfect. And that buffs your overall attack and whatever effects that come with the ring. Ben mentioned it before about the Expedition 33 timing. Ben, when I first heard about Expedition 33, it was last year, around about this time last year, November-ish. And I remember reading a preview article on an earlier build of Expedition 33. And it put the game on my radar because that particular article compared it directly to Lost Odyssey, along with some of the themes. It is very nice detail for the time. Like this game, if you're willing to put up, or you're cool with the deliberately slow pacing of JRPGs, like a traditional slow paced one with the random encounters, it's a lovely game, and I really like the story. Yo, Lenia, welcome in. How you doing? It's good to see you.
Are those your moms?
Oh my.
How about you? Score! Yo, get out here! Hey!
Hey, come back here! Who did this?
Kids.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Mac?
Hey, where'd you guys come from?
It was fun coming up here. We ended up sneaking around like thieves.
Yeah.
You did great. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
What?
What?
Don't let them escape! Release the god beasts!
Shit, I don't even remember this part of the game. I see chests. Alright. Hang about. How you doing, by the way, Lenia? Oh, I appreciate it, Fox. Thanks. Yo, Cryptid, welcome in. The reflection on my PNG tuber and on the overlay with the light from the game is the main reason why I haven't updated my OBS since I downloaded it back like 3 years ago. Like I'm still running OBS like 27 because of it, because it breaks if I update it. Pacing is super important. How you doing, Cryptid? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Cryptid, I wanted to come in and give you some shit about playing a game that I haven't played, but then I remembered specifically Doki Doki Literature Club is one of those games that I think my mate Ryan told me I'm not allowed to get any spoilers for. He wants me to go into that completely blind. So I couldn't enter. I couldn't do that. But I hope you had fun playing a video game finally. How was it? Did you enjoy it? Did you complete it? Proud of you for playing a video game, Cryptid. Get it. I hope you will play it eventually. I hope so too. Yeah, I hope to get around to it eventually. If you need to take a break, if you need to head off and grab something to eat, Cryptid, take care of yourself. You know the deal. If you're hanging about though, we'd love to have you. I only updated OBS recently from 28. Was so much effort to get everything working again. That's what I fear the most, Fox. I know it sounds really stupid because I know updating OBS is still probably better in the long run, and keeping up with it more regularly. I just can't be arsed. And to be honest with you, if the shit's working, you know, then they're working. You know, it's fine. It's fun, and I won't get into it. I'd love to see you play it, though. Yeah, it's that, and not saying it's a similar game, because I wouldn't know, because I haven't played it. But Inscription is another one that people have told me not to get myself spoiled on. That I've seen a few of our people in our circle play. Alright, what am I doing here? Okay, so there's a bunch of items on either side of this. Also, for people who don't know, I've played this game to death already a few times in my life. And so for this one time going through it, I'm using a guide. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Every time I pause, I'm looking at this. So this is the guide that I'm using. I want to pick up all of the seeds. This is the seed here. There's an achievement for collecting all the seeds. And at end game, you can unlock certain things with it. The other items that are missable from certain areas, like adept earrings from this particular area, might be missable. There is ways to get it in the 4th disc, but since I'm going through it really slowly and I'm taking my time, I'd like to collect as much as I can along the way. We just spent like the first hour of stream backtracking because I missed one crystal fragment somewhere for a side quest. But yeah, I'm going to try to collect as much of this garbage as I can along the way. God, there's a lot in this area. What's the worst that could happen? Inscription was awesome too. I played that too. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? You played the only 2 games I haven't played, Cryptid. I only updated it because there's a special feature I want to implement that can't work on 28, but I won't update now for a few years. Ooh, which feature is that, Fox? Because I know that there's an audio, a built-in, modern OBS, sorry, there's an audio feature allowing you to split more audio channels and stuff, and there's also like more codecs available. There are things that I know in the newer OBS that I would like, but I just need to get around to it. All right, we've got 3 junk parts. That is A. B is next to this one. Uh-oh, Naga's behind my monitor.
Smart, eh?
Oh yeah, these. All right, guard beast. I know he's pretty tough. I shouldn't underestimate him. I have no idea what this thing is. Prescient. Okay. Nothing new to steal off of these guys, and we've already fought these ones before. All right, so this is a type of. This is aerial, beast, and non. If we're gonna take on a beast, let's see. This does not have beast killer. There's beast killer. Oh, that specifically on you. Okay, and then Mac. If you get the damage up tag, it means that whatever you've got equipped on your ring is super effective. Damn, that did a lot of damage. Holy shit. Alright, what do I got? Yeah, she took so much damage with that one. I'm gonna keep him doing the black magic, but I'll have Cook do the healing. If that's an aerial type that makes it harder for my characters to hit, I'm guessing magic is the way to go then. We'll find out now. Jensen's magic's a little bit slower than my normal attacks. Yeah, alright, I'll stick with magic for that then. Alright, and then the reason why I wasn't attacking him at first, by the way, or people are maybe not familiar with the game, is that he's in the back row. It says there front and back. If you take out everything in the front row, the back row doesn't get any defensive buffing. And the defensive buffing is very, very strong, so you kind of want to take out the front row first. I'm gonna get some nutrients to stuff into my face and chill a bit in the lurk. Hope you'll find Expedition 69. Thank you so much, Cryptid. Thank you again for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Get those nutrients. I want to make my local recordings with markers so that it helps with editing afterwards. Haven't implemented it yet. Shit, is that now baked into like modern OBS? Because that would be super handy. That's a nice way to do it. So you can technically have a tank. Yep. If you put him in the back row, you can definitely take more. Ooh, he's running. It takes so long to like check these pots. I like the way that they stop though, as I observe what item I got. Seed, that's exactly what I'm after. There's an item to my lower part. Shit, I can't do this from the back. Can I entice him to come like around the chest? No. Shit. Shit. Okay. Okay, music score 3. Fantastic, that's C. Next is some money, which is just further up. And then we take the elevator to the right. I don't think it's entirely baked in. You need plugins, but they don't work with the older versions, yeah. I've got the opposite problem right now where the modern OBSs don't work with the older plugin that I'm using. Alright, another 100G, that must be E? Yeah, that's E. There's an item below me, and there's an item above me. 2 below me, and then I guess I go above. Okay. Serious perfume. Ah! Whoa. Oh shit, I did this again. Shit. Whoa, dead end. Usually there's random encounters in the game. Having enemies like this chase you around is just a scripted part of this fight, I guess. There's this sequence. And I don't think they stop. I'm not really in the mood to farm them. Which one's this? Slot Seed might be my favorite individual item in the entire game. It allows my immortal characters to have more abilities on them. There should be 2 other items here. Dog! Okay, there's a dead end to my left, even though it looks like there's a fucking door there. So maybe I need to head back, or do I need to take the elevator? According to this, I take the elevator. I'm kind of curious. Can I go in here? Oh. Ooh, yeah. Gappy! Welcome in, Gappy. How you doing, bud? Odysseus has been looking real weird. He has. He's been working out, though. Honestly, it's a good look on him. How you doing, Gappy? Gappy is currently playing Sea of Stars, by the way. I recently bought the art book for Sea of Stars. If you're not following Gappy or checking out Sea of Stars, ideally together, you're missing out. Which one's this? Seed? How you doing, Gappy? L. Where am I? Yeah, L is a seed, and I've missed an item to the right of that. Yep. Sea of Stars is such a good game. The art book is so good, Barley. The art book is so good. Oh, I'm guessing I'm not allowed in here either. Alright, okay. Sorry, I was curious. Yeah, there's some over here. Yeah. What is that? 6 black pearls. That must be M. Yeah. Item next to that. But they're not doing a great job with chasing after me, are they? I hope you feel better soon, Gappy. P. Ooh, Adept D-rings, yo! I think that's some sort of black magic level. I should check, actually. I should use the slot seeds as well that I found. Where are they? Still learning that. She's already learned this. Enables the use of black and white magic to level 3. Fantastic. And I should be able to... What's their skill link on? They're still learning wall. She should have a new one now. Yep. Not sure what I want off the top of my head. I'll just put something that might just be useful generically. Oh, MP? Oh no, actually HP would be better. So let's go with that. Alright, where am I? I think I've got everything from here that I need now. P was the last thing, which was the earrings, and then I have to take E3. I think. There's nothing lower than that, but I'm going to have a look anyway because I'm curious. Nah, nothing. I'm having a blast with Sea of Stars. It feels very nostalgic to me, and I don't know why. It's definitely got the aesthetic vibe to it. Not only with the pixel art, but like its general art direction. And it did get... I forgot the guy's name, Gappy, but they did hire like an old school JRPG composer to do some of the tracks on it. Healing potion. Which one's this? Q. And I'm missing one item down here. And I think just 2 more items, and then we've got everything from this area. Oh, that dog is right up my butt. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid this one. Yep. Mitsuda. What was he known for? Was he like one of the... What was it? I can't remember if I was thinking... the Mana games or not. Yeah, it was mostly the in-house composer, yeah. It was like a guest composer. I think also Chrono Trigger? Huh. Right, let's try this again. Okay, let's try that. Shit, I didn't heal from last time. I feel like this next hit is gonna suck. Yeah, whoever's gonna get this is really gonna suffer. Ooh, Jesus Christ. She was at full HP, never mind. Yo, Drake, how you doing, buddy? Thank you. Good composer, yeah. Chrono Trigger, Cross, Kirite, Shadow Hearts 1 and 2. Damn. That's a hell of a resume. How you doing, Drake? It's good to see you, bud. What do I want to do here? I want to revive. Do I have revives? What is revive in this game? Is it plumes? Yeah, it's plume. It's been a minute. Oh, actually, you know what we should do? I should set her just to attack him. I don't think it's gonna land on him. Then you can power hit that guy too.
Okay.
I'm back.
Oh, we can still order just one of them? Shit. Ooh.
Here goes.
Mac is awesome. Alright, does not have much HP, does not have much HP. Let's finish this off. Come on, Mac, get in there, bud. Sorry, pal. I love his sorry, pal. I don't hear it very often because they only say something if it's the hit that actually concludes the fight, or sorry, takes them out. Okay, I'm about to get my workday started. Just getting set up. I hope your workday setting up goes smoothly. I hope the workday itself goes smoother than that, Rick. What am I doing? I need a heal, don't I? I think I'm coming up to a healy spot anyway, but just in case. More probing here. I think that's the last item. Yeah. So we collected from A to T all the items here. I'm just going to double check there's nothing here, but it should be a dead end. Here we go. Caveat for this game for anyone wanting to play it. There are difficulty spikes in the game. I feel like most of them are at the front end of it, but I feel like the boss that we're going to encounter right now is one of them. Luckily, this particular area that we're in, because the enemies are just chasing after us, it's not a bad place to sit here and farm. Alright, so now that we've saved it, I'm gonna quit and reload. When you reload a save file, you start with full HP and MP.
better. Time to relax.
You all right?
Yeah, somehow. Mac! You okay? I'm so tired, Cook.
Looks good.
Ming!
Aunt Ming!
Ming!
Jensen?
Please, don't get up.
Why have you come?
Please don't go. Please stay there lying on the ground.
Earl, you don't remember me?
Lie in the bed. It's fine.
Seth Balmore. This is Kai Marganar. We're comrades. Remember?
Comrades? What do you mean by that?
Here, let me help you.
Comrades? You my comrade too, Barley.
End of the line for you. Your Majesty, I'm terribly sorry for the trouble. It will be over. Just a moment.
What animation was that?
Hey, Squeaky! Don't care about the Queen's continued good health, huh?
Aunt Ming!
You! Get out of the way! You do anything funny and the Queen gets it. Figurehead or not, she's still the Queen, Tiny. If anything happens to her, you'll be held responsible. You know better than to try anything, right? I mean, you're not stupid.
You're a real thug.
We called him the S
Know that,
word.
Jansen?
There's an exit in the back.
Huh?
Behind us.
Jansen, keep it up. And fall back. Right. Don't move. Don't move.
I love the pauses. Like, what is pauses that?
You get it? Don't move from that spot.
You swine!
Exit stage back. I'm terribly sorry for the trouble. Is a long way of saying sorry, pal. God, I love Mac. He's such a good kid. Heihachi, yep, he lives. He lives. You can't put a good Heihachi down. What am I doing here? I assume I've got everything from here. See this pot over here. I'm gonna trust the past stream that we did. That we got everything that we needed. I know that there was a side quest here involving a dog. I'm gonna continue on the assumption that we already did it. Or was it with a cat? I don't recall. The cat meows when you get nearby and click on it, but you can't pet it. Yeah, I can't go up that way. Alright, okay. I think we're done here. I really hope they remaster this. I think in a more recent interview, Mistwalker expressed that they had no intention of revisiting this game. I can only assume that it's just more trouble than it's worth for them, but I really hope they do try. I wonder how much of it is tied up with Mistwalker versus Microsoft, given that it was an exclusive. I have no idea how those things kind of work. But there's nothing inherently in the game, like some other exclusive games, that like specifically call out Microsoft or Xbox or anything like that. It is very much just a JRPG that just happens to be stuck on this console. Other than, obviously, the UI elements for the buttons. Hey, stop goofing around. They're going to catch up to us. You are? All right. This is what I mean about the audio levels, by the way. I can't hear a word of what Jansen's saying right now. I can hear him mumbling something.
General Kakanas!
You won't get away this time, because you're all under arrest on suspicion of spying and for abducting Her Majesty the Queen. You will come along quietly.
Right, what do we got? Magic heavy tank, cannon, tank unit, cannon unit. I don't remember. I don't remember. I want to say physically I want to get rid of the stuff that doesn't have the most HP because it's a pain in the ass. But this fight can be a pain in the ass. Ooh, you can steal a mysterious perfume. Alright, then in which case I think I'll start with probably these two. This thing is lit. I don't like the fact that that's lit. This one's got small HP. Also, what type of thing is this? Mechanical. Do I have a mechanical advantage on anything? Machine. Yeah, I got machine. Machine Killer 3. There we go. Fantastic. You have a machine killer on hand. There's a machine killer 1. Yeah, that's probably the best I got. Oh, I have an aerial killer. I didn't know that. Let's go with that then. I don't know if I want to buff more, if I want to go all out. I remember this fight is one of the ones, is a perfect example of what I was saying before, where pretty sure this thing tears through your guard bar at the top right, the gauge, to the point where like it's next to pointless trying to defend too long. You kind of just have to do more damage as quickly as you can and hope for the best. Alright, and then I think our kid over here can do some buffing, which we're gonna need now. I'm trying to remember which one's which. Refresh is HP, evasion, magics. Oh, probably power then, right? Yeah. Oh, he sucks MP. That's annoying. Yeah, that's why I think I want to take the cannon and the tank out. This is gonna suck. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Let's go!
I love all the instruments that they use in this Bali. This fucking peak, man. Such a good soundtrack. It holds up so well. It's always been in my playlist when I'm doing work. Alright, I'm gonna stick with what we just did. I don't think I took too much damage that time, which is nice. But it's gonna get worse the stronger it gets. Fuck. That helps.
A mere handicap. Consider yourselves lucky.
Consider yourselves lucky. Boom. You see how much it's taken away my GC in the top right? Like on the surface it's not too much damage, but my back row, your magic casters, and at this point in the game, Mac, they're very squidgy. Alright, let's take care of the cannon next. I don't know if it's cannon or the cannon unit. Not sure. Try to keep our party topped up. Then our boy's already powered everyone up, so why don't you... punch it. I love you, Mac. You're the best, buddy. Don't change. Yeah, I think what made this one dangerous was the fact that it could attack a couple of times, yeah. I think I've gotten lucky. Must be at the right level that this wasn't too bad. I guess backtracking managed to buff us up a little bit. It's like this fight hasn't been scary at all. I remember the first time I did this, it was very scary. If I do Prism, is it all of them? Yeah, it is. I'll be honest with you, Mac, I don't know how much damage you're gonna do, but try it. Try it anyway.
I'm not through yet. A real man dives in head first.
For the real men in my chat, please make note. They dive in first. Better fighting a fucking tank. That's right, Nin. That's how we do. Oh, Mark. I should be using Mac's other abilities. Since I put him on the back row, you know, doing physical attacks and stuff like that is not great. Although I don't actually know if that makes it. Like, I know some games, if you put people on the back row, it nerfs their melee damage, but I don't think it does this in this game. I'm not 100% sure. All I know for sure is the more characters you have in the front row, the bigger the guard wall that you make for the back row. So with only Kaim and Seth in front, it wouldn't be as strong if I put Mac up in front, but I don't remember 100% if it nerfs any like physical output as well in your normal attacks. It's been so long. I'm gonna try to steal the last thing that's got. Not that I think it's particularly important, but just because I can. And then why doesn't our boy do some spirit magic? What's the worst that could happen? Yo, Crawler, welcome in. How you doing? If there is one thing about the mechanic in this game that infuriates me, is how low the percentage chances to actually steal something in this game. Until you get better versions of it. I think eventually you get a version called Mug. Or there's one version of it that you can just attach to your weapon, so your normal attack is always trying to steal. But trying to steal at this point in the game with just fucking steal, as you can see, is awful. I don't think this kid has steal. Miss. Miss. Hey, we got the mysterious perfume. Life is worth living, Lynn. Life is worth living. Alright. Finish this thing off. Oh, I was really hoping for a sorry, pal.
Our tank is too magnificent to strike, is it?
Huh?
Don't you realize it's no use? Huh? Why aren't we moving? Go! Move! Forward!
What a waste of time.
A waste of time.
Start the day over.
Oh, what are you doing? Fire! Shoot them!
feel like the tank looked a bit bigger in the cutscene just then. Oh yeah, yeah. It might be dubbed in English first, but it's definitely the script was definitely made in Japanese first. That was bigger in the cutscenes, guys, isn't it? Isn't it all this guess?
Like that, but listen, did I hurt you? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean it.
It's fine. Everyone is safe now after all.
Well, you know, I should really be thanking you for helping us escape.
Well, since these children were there.
You're acting kind of weird. You got a crush?
Would you shut up? We had a moment there.
Aunt Ming, are you okay?
Yes. Cook? Mac? Why are you two? Did something happen to your mother?
She's passed on.
Please don't let your spirits fall. I'll always be with you.
Thank you, Aunt Ming.
Oh, why would a big boy like you be crying, Mac?
He's going to change from here on out.
Seth. What you said earlier, that we were friends, is it true?
Yeah, but this isn't the best place to stop and talk about it. We need to get out of town.
What will you do, Your Highness? You said earlier you couldn't leave because you were the queen.
I'll go with you. It seems I must.
You'll come with us?
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
All right. Cam's like, yeah, dude. Good. Let's go.
Hold on. We're being pursued by both Numara and Gongara. We should probably find a ride.
Ride? Where? How?
Let's go to the harbor. I've got an idea.
She's got an idea. View the composite magic tutorial. Sure, hit me with it. Some magic spells can be combined together to form what is known as composite magic. To cast a composite magic, you must be able to use both of the spells that compose it. Use the spellbook under menu to check the spells required for composite magic. Any composite magic for which you lack the required spells will not be displayed. You can only use composite magic spells for which you have the required skill level. Oh, I feel like it was going to continue that last thread, but it didn't. My inflection was wrong. Composite magic is just like, it takes a normal spell like fire or whatever, and it will allow you to like hit everyone with it. Guess we're going to the port. I love the music on here. She acts like Ryan Gosling and Drive. I haven't seen it, but I can imagine. Kids fighting giant tanks. I love child soldiers. Thanks, big boss. Yeah, I guess it does always end with kids hitting tanks, doesn't it? Kind of sad when you think about it. The shipyard is just up ahead. That's where the latest model is being built. We should go and take a look. We probably should, yeah. I'm going to stick down a save here and take a little quickie wee break. Like literally, I'm going to pee. Maybe grab myself a little snack. I shall not be long. But my legs do hurt, and I do want to stretch them out. Talk about stretching them out. Zoltraz, welcome in. How you doing? Zoltraz, I'm going on a break. It's you perfect timing, buddy. You're in charge. Be right back. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right, I return with drink. Less fluid inside of me. The cat has been fed. The spec has been redeemed. Zoltraz, welcome in. I hope you're good, buddy. It's good to see you. I want to point out, Nin, and to Zoltraz, that an employee is... the manager is only as good as the employees that make the manager. Is a saying that I just coined right now. Where am I? What am I doing here? Ooh, hello. What's over here? Oh, okay. Bus buddy. We're in luck. They're just starting the final adjustments, which means that they'll be fitting the engine next. Is there any? Oh. I should check if there's any items around here.
Serious engine.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
So that's, yeah, so I was talking about how the game isn't perfect or whatever, and this isn't like a very serious critique. One thing about Lost Odyssey, which I wish it spent more time in doing, is fleshing out these other kind of species. I don't feel like we interact with these Banda people. The Kalolans we do later on. They have like their own dedicated village or whatever, but these you really don't hear much about, or any other really other kind of creatures or whatever in this world, sentient ones.
Hey, that engine. Where'd you get it?
Oh, this. Let's see, when was that? A while back, an unbelievably huge fish washed up on shore. This was in its belly.
Like, I feel like I forget that these, whatever these are, exist even in this world.
We checked it out and realized it could deliver incredible output.
Oh, I guess that guy's name was Banda. This guy's called Xanton.
Did the repairs work?
Like a charm.
Like a charm?
Kakanas' command vessel. Installing it is all that's left to do.
I see. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I would love to watch. I might check it afterwards if there's anything like this online. I'd love to see like any cutting room, cut content, development stuff of this game that didn't get put in. I'd love to see the full scope of what they wanted to do, because inevitably with a game this big, as with a lot of games, not even just JRPGs, there's always stuff that they don't manage to squeeze in.
A huge fish, huh? You know, a while back,
Is there something you remember?
I really depended on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Cryptid. It's bittersweet, right? But I feel like that kind of fits with the overall theme of Lost Odyssey. There's a lot of melancholy and bittersweetness.
Depend on what? The fish or the engine?
The engine? It's from back when I was a pirate.
Huh? Seth, you were a pirate?
Yep, that's right.
Wow! Amazing! That is so cool!
Huh?
Oh yeah, I've always loved women who are pirates and swordswomen and stuff. I read books about them for like ever. It is so exciting to meet a real woman pirate. I mean, to make a long story short, She wants to be your apprentice. Yeah. What he said. Could I? So, Seth, Mr. Seth, please, let me be your apprentice.
Pirates are pretty cool in this world. The boat that's being built right now is the fastest in all New Mara. It's going to make its debut soon, and you don't want to miss the launch event. Well, I guess I do not, good sir. Finally, that should solve the problem. Come on, don't fail me now. What's going on around here? The general's always shouting at us to make the boat moving. Strange, he doesn't seem to be here today. Finally, the engine is fixed. I just hope it all works. We're just gonna... Yeah, bit to the left.
Inform General Kakanas that the engine installation is complete. He said to call him when we're ready for a test run.
Oh, hey, look! Someone's on board! Hey, yourself, you little...
You little... Come on, Jensen. No need to be racist.
Get word to General Kakanas! Hurry! Yes, sir!
Attention, General Kakanas.
I guess security wasn't really a priority in this area.
easy. Oh, wow, a lot of buttons there. Gonna need a manual. I think I'm...
Out of the way, amateur. Here goes. Starting engine.
One of my other favorite JRPGs of all time is Final Fantasy X, and something in Final Fantasy X that really disappointed me was not having an open world map where you can kind of fly around or swim around. And I was like enamored that this game had it, and gives you to it quite early as well. With a slant nose at hand, you are able to traverse the wide open ocean. Move the left stick in any direction to set the slant nose in motion. Move the right stick in any direction to set the camera. Some areas such as the shallows, ice fields, and hypercurrents are not navigable even to the slant nose. Press the right bumper to move to the slant nose's bridge to return to the sea navigation, approach the cockpit controls, and confirm that you want to embark. When you approach the shore, A land will appear on the bottom right. Press A to exit. To make the world map menu appear again, press the click the right stick and move to the closest landing point. Okay. To reboard the slant nose, choose the landing point in the world map menu and then press A. Alright. Nope, I'm good, thank you very much. Wait, how do you move? Gotcha. I'm just trying to remember where we can't go at this point. I know story-wise we have a very specific location that we're supposed to be going to. According to the guide, there are two directions you can go. Northwest is Numara Atoll, which is an extremely high-level area where most of the monsters can wipe out your party with a single attack. Ooh, we should go there first then. To the northeast is the southern coast of Tosca, your entry point to the kingdom of Gotza. Cool. So maybe that's where we have to go. But I'm very curious about this area that we shouldn't go to, because apparently there are some items there that we can still grab if we're sneaky enough. Northwest. Okay. Have a look. Yeah, so maybe it's like up to the left. I can kind of see. Yeah, if you look on the right there, there's a little blinking diamond over there. But on the left, there's like a faded out one. Let's go to that one first. Oh, I forgot we can do like a little hop. Oh. How's your break? It was a good break. Yeah. We're talking about like the break I just had right now when I went to go and pee, or we're talking about like the break when I went to the UK? I guess just like, what's the word? Language-wise, I wouldn't consider it the break. Yeah, I figured that's what you're talking about. It's one of those, I'll use similar language. It's one of those vacations that were very physically exhausting. It was not a restful vacation, but it was really, really cool. I had a lot of fun. The Metal Gear concert in London was amazing. I loved every second of it. Maybe this is where I need to go. And meeting up with some people as well, like old and new friends, was also lovely. Numara Atoll, this is the one, yeah. Alright, so we shouldn't get into a fight here, apparently. But it was really, really fun. Like, meeting Pebs there, we saw Wills. Stumpin', my old buddy. Saw him and his family. Saw Cheese and his family. It was a really good time. Wait, you were there too? Yeah, I was there. Yeah. Were you there too, James? I think Pebs might have mentioned that you were going there as well. We went to like the evening showing on that day. I think it was the evening showing on that day. Yes, yeah. I think you guys went to like the daytime show, right? We went on the evening on the same day, possibly. We were coming in late at that time. Because we have, Spec has family, my wife has family nearby, not in London. And so we were visiting them for a few days, so we were coming in hot, basically. Yes, we went to the afternoon one, that's right. It was such a good show. It was so good. Dude, I was blown away. I knew Donna Burke was going to, like, floor it anyway. I was surprised that Stephanie Houston was given the couple of tracks that she was given. Well, not the first track, obviously, that was her own. I was surprised that she did Snake Eater. But I think she did an admirable job. It really was. I love the editing that they did, the music choice, the fact that they decided to go in, like, the Metal Gear timeline order. Like, I would advise anyone playing Metal Gear, or the vast majority of games, to play in, like, release order of when the games came out. Because a lot of the games, like, kind of play on the idea that you know what's happened in the previous game to set up context. But the fact that they did the concert in order of the events in the game was really cool. So it started off with Metal Gear Solid 3 and ended with Metal Gear Solid 4. And I thought that was really nice. Okay, so there's some items around here that I can get, apparently. You shouldn't come for a quick looting trip. You'll find a bronze spirit bank in the northwest. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, this is probably gonna go bad then, isn't it? Oh, it's just these guys. Yeah, these guys are fine. These guys they're gonna run away anyway, so I might as well just try to hit them. These guys are harmless. Can't even hit them. Wait, they're hitting me? Oh shit, they're hitting me. Wait, these are not the same ones. Shit, I did a boo-boo. We need to leave. We need to leave right now. We need to leave. We need to. Oh, that one's gone. Yeah, I didn't know that this situation was going to happen. Are they weak? What are they? Yeah, okay. Hang on. Shit. Double shit. Triple shit. Quadruple shit. I think it's a good time that we leave.
Ew, disgusting.
Bye, Seth. Oh shit, we got Ming on the team. I completely forgot that we now have Ming. Shit. I need to readjust party members and stuff. And skills. Hang on. Randomly performs a counterattack against enemy regular attacks. Sick. Okay, so, ooh, how should I do this? I will take Jansen out for now. Let's see what Ming has. He's got the composite magic, of course. Black and white level 3, yes. The problem with sticking out Jansen, though, is that Ming is a mage user. And if I'm going to set abilities for her to learn, the vast majority of those powerful black magic stuff is going to come from Jansen. Okay, let's see. But she can still learn things from Cook for now, I guess. She already has level 3 white magic. I guess interference magic attack. That would be handy for her, and Angel Heart would be handy for her as well. I guess concentrate. I guess I can start with... Let's start with that for now. Then in terms of equipment... She came with composite magic? Huh. Alright, she needs to learn all of this stuff that we've been throwing around with the other characters. I guess I might as well start in order of something that would be useful for her. In which case, let's do... I do like the guard heal stuff, just because you get some HP back when you're guarding, so I'll start with that first. Then in terms of skill setting... Oh, she's only got 3 abilities anyway, damn. Do I have any skill slots for her? Nope, I used them all. It was a really good time, James. I enjoyed coming back to the UK. It was wet and miserable, and just as I remembered it. It was nice going back to Greg's and getting myself a caramel. What were the caramel custard donuts? The food was good. The fuck is? I shouldn't fight. What am I doing? What am I doing? I need to leave. I can't fight these things. We shouldn't be here. I'm just here for the items and I'm leaving. Alright, give me this. We shouldn't be here. Alright, we've got the bronze thingy. There's another item somewhere. I know there's an optional fight over here as well. I remember that post game. Barley, we shouldn't be here. I just want the loot. I don't want any trouble. Oh, I do want to hit that thing though. How much HP does it have? 9,000? Yeah, it's probably too much, isn't it?
Forgive me.
Good job, that's slow as fuck. Should be something around here. Yes. Okay, regeneration spell, fantastic. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'm leaving. Yo, we in Besaid now? we arrived too early in Besaid. I'm leaving. No one's got time for blitzballing this early. So how does it work? Getting back into the thing. I guess it's from the port, so from here. A big factor in me wanting to replay Final Fantasy X is Blitzball. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like I can depart as well, can it? No? Okay. Alright. Let's... Sorry, wrong button. Let's go. Best whacker weapon, buddy. I know. And Jack Shot 2. Don't forget about Jack Shot 2. Yeah, I reckon a multiplayer Blitzball game would have went really hard. There's so much potential to blow out that game in a really fun way. I'm surprised there hasn't been something akin to Blitzball since. On something like Final Fantasy 14, you know. But I guess it's not quite the same as the other mini games that, like, you know. I'm not trying to say that Triple Triad or the other type of mini games don't have their own complexities and take a lot of work. But Blitzball has like all the animation and the physics, and there's still a lot of things I feel like they need to work out if they wanted to make it a more robust PvP kind of thing. think this is where it's supposed to go.
Try land. No more worrying about sinking on that stupid ship. Ow! Hey, what the hell was that for?
The slant nose will never sink. Not with the captain's engine on board.
You think you're so cool now that you're a pirate? Well, I'm gonna teach you a thing or two about the pirate code.
And what code would that be?
What code? Well, that would be a secret pirate code that we would do if we had the time. Good luck, kid. Hey, Grandpa! Wow, you have Cook is such a and what a kick! Boy, she's strong. That Cook. Ha ha.
I have no idea what you've just said.
Well, what I'm saying is that Cook is as cute as a button. She's just, oh, you must be proud.
You lying creep. Cook, it hurts when you get kicked, you know? But he insulted the captain. Isn't that right, Captain? Captain?
Oh, Captain's having a moment. Said. Do you remember Said? Said, Barley, said. It almost sounds like Sid. I know. It's basically Sid, yeah. That's the guy from Men in Black. Said what? Ryan, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? Okay, well, we knew we were going to get one of these today. Let me lubricate my lips. How you doing, Ryan? It's good to see you, man. Thank you, Barley. I like to say smart things so that people think that I'm smart. What do I like more than multiplayer Blitzball thing? I'd rather have a prequel to 10. I don't know if I want a prequel to 10. I'd love to revisit 10 in some form or fashion, because I love the world, I love the characters, but I mean, 10-2 is always there for me if I ever open my mind enough and put aside my grievances over the premise. And the other old men, yeah, Jet and Oren, when they were like 35 years old, basically dying. Oh, wondrous beast, Anera. This is one of those things, but I don't think I remember if they've ever said the name out loud. But I'm gonna go with Anera as the pronunciation for that. Proud descendant of the white-winged clan, you alone were my irreplaceable companion. Would it anger you to hear me call us two of a kind? Were we not in fact a perfect combination, you and I, bound together by a single thread, that gossamer thread we know as loneliness? Anera, I owe my life to you. Not, of course, that you saved my life in the ordinary sense of the word. Mine is not a life that can be lost under any circumstances. It is an irrevocable burden. I will not die, I cannot die, and therefore my life was not for you to save. Or, Anera, what you saved I now see was not my life, but my heart. Back then, long centuries ago, I was a pirate, the only woman pirate on the open seas. Seth Balmore, that name was known to all who plied the sea. Some spoke my name in fear and trembling, while others voiced it with deep admiration. Some even called me the righteous buccaneer. Nor were they far wrong, I'd say. The pirate ship I commanded had rules that were clear and strict. We targeted only one kind of vessel, those opulent passenger ships the wealthy boarded for pleasure cruises. We would put a bit of a scare into the passengers, of course, maybe rough them up a little, but killing was strictly forbidden. All we did was squeeze a few drops of treasure out of the purses of those who had more money and they knew what to do with. We traded our booty for cash with shadowy dealers and the money we shared in the world's dens of poverty. I would cringe at being called a champion of justice, but we prided ourselves on being far more than just villains. I became a pirate for one simple reason. I hated the law. And I hated even more those who flaunted the law for their own self-aggrandizement. In a word, I wanted a life of freedom. Whenever I stood at the prow of a pirate ship, sliding its way through the waves, I viewed the vast ocean stretched out beneath the clear blue sky. I felt enveloped in the joy of having taken limitless freedom in my own two hands. True, I need not traffic in the fear of death and aging known to all who count as human. And because I will neither age nor die, infinite time means for me infinite freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? I would spy the ship that would be our day's quarry. I was always the first to board it, springing lightly onto their deck with a shout. I am Seth Balmore. Now, be good and hand over your money and valuables. Then, taking the booty we had snatched, my men and I would raise a cry of victory and leap back into our ship. I was absolutely free. Nothing stood in my way. Eternal life overflowing with freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? Righteous buccaneer? What kind of fancy pants nonsense is that? How about pirate bitch? Of course. One always hears such jealous ravings in all walks of life, but especially so in the thuggish world of pirates. Needless to say, I knew I had my enemies. Even a child who would realize that being called a righteous buccaneer could only increase the number who hated me among such raping and pillaging brigands as pirates of the sea. But I didn't care about that. I could be stabbed with a knife or blasted with a cannon, and still I would not die. Immortal Seth, they called me, and it was literally true, not just a figure of speech. I wouldn't get in your way, I told the other pirates, but I won't let you get in mine either. I was afraid of nothing and no one. I lived the way I wanted to live, and wouldn't or shouldn't have let anyone interfere with me. I went wrong only once, but that was all it took. In a moment of carelessness, I let them capture me. Hey Jobs, welcome in, bud. Of course, that alone was nothing for me to be afraid of. As I keep mentioning, I can never age or die. It would have done them no good trying to kill me, and they knew it. The most they could do would be to rough me up a little and threaten to make it worse for me next time. They had to do something to show their men how tough they were. They couldn't just let me horn in on the pirate game and pretend it never happened. So, I said, hurry up with the torture, will you? I haven't got all day. We were in a cave on a desert island. I was in handcuffs and leg irons and surrounded by half a dozen huge men, all well-known pirate captains. One of them was holding a long, thick chain. I get sick to my stomach just looking at your sweaty faces. Come on, hurry up and beat me with the chain. Or would you rather strangle me? Whichever you choose, hurry and get it over with. The men laughed out loud. Hurry and get it over with? Said the leader. Too bad for you, Seth, but this punishment is not the kind that can be hurried. I'm just sorry we can't stay with you to the end. Yeah, chimed in another man. Unlike a monster like you, we humans don't have all the time in the world. Alright, men. Let's make it fast, the way the lady wants. Licking his lips, the man with the chain approached me. The two others grabbed my arm from the sides. They were not going to use the chain as an instrument of torture, but to rob me of my liberty. They chained me to a gigantic boulder in the cave. They were laughing so hard they could hardly contain themselves. Just what you need, Seth? It's not the end of the road for you. We can't shoot you. We can't stab you to death. So we'll just lock you up. We'll never come back to this island again. And even a half-baked pirate like you knows this place is not on any sea lanes. No fishing boats even. And right about now, your men have gone off looking for the wrong island. We're the only ones who know we brought you here. Not even our crews know where we are. Nobody's coming to save you, that's for sure. You'll be in here forever. Can't move a muscle and you can't even die. All by yourself for the rest of eternity. With that, the men walked out of the cave, leaving me there with a single lantern. Cowards, I screamed. Don't run off like that. Don't do this to me. But the only response was the hollow echo of my own voice in the cave. The lantern the men left behind was not meant as a kindness, but rather the opposite. It was a prop in their little drama. When it finally ran out of oil and went dark, it would impress on me the weight of eternal solitude. As long as the lamp kept glowing, I was filled with rage for the men. But when the oil was running low and the flame began to flicker, a deep anxiety assaulted me. Unable to move, I stared blankly at the flame. Eternity. This world has no such thing. Perhaps it should not have. Solitude. I was always alone. Or more precisely, I always ended up alone. It was my destiny. I could be surrounded by companions whose feelings matched my own perfectly. I could share the deepest love with another. But in the end, I would always have to lose them. You know what it's like to feel like, to see countless others succumb to death, while you yourself are on a road of endless life? Yeah. But in your case, Inera, you do have some idea. As I watched, the lamp in the cave went out. A world of darkness spread out before me, and there I was, alone. No more would I taste the sorrow of parting, but neither would I be able to taste the joy of meeting eternally, without end, alone. I did not try shouting. People shout and scream for one reason only, because they want someone to hear them, because they believe there is someone somewhere who will hear their cries. I did, however, shed tears. Which is not to say I wept. There is no way that the immortal woman pirate Seth Balmore would ever break down and cry. A tiny tremor went through the darkness. That is all it was. And then I noticed, oh, tears are coming out of me. Really, that is all it was. The hours passed. Or perhaps it was days. In the darkness I lost track of the flow of time. There was something else I lost track of. If all there was left of me to do was to stay by myself, struggling against eternal solitude, incapable even of rotting away, then what was the purpose of my living in the world? Perhaps the men who trapped me here had been right. Unable either to age or die, perhaps I was some kind of monster. Then why was such a monster living in this world? What was I supposed to do here? I did not know the answer to that. I would never know the answer. To the end of my never-ending life. I felt frustrated, sorrow, but above all, fear. Eternity was frightening to me. Solitude was frightening to me. I might have been trembling, or without even the energy for that, I might have been utterly drained. Whatever it was I was feeling, that is when it happened. Inera, that is when you first appeared before me. A tiny burst of light softened the darkness, and from the light, almost before I could wonder what it was, there came a voice. Are you too trapped in the prison of solitude? Who is that? In the light, a flash of white wings. Then, with a sudden increase in size and brightness, the light seared my eyes. Accustomed to total darkness, my eyes could not stand the glare, and for an instant, they could not see anything at all. Grimacing, I clamped my eyes shut before daring to open them little by little. There, before me hovered a pure, white, glowing beast. Its white wings were breathtakingly beautiful. How beautiful you were, Anera. But yours was not a florid beauty. No, it was subtly different. Your beauty wore a cloak of loneliness. I am like you said. And when I cocked my head to look at you with puzzlement, you continued, I have been looking for someone like you for a very long time. You spoke slowly, majestically. Oh, immortal woman pirate, you and I share a single destiny. You knew who I was. Together, let us escape from this solitude and make our way together, you said, your eyes locked on mine. Escape from this solitude. The words continued ringing in my ears, but I did not know who you were. I could not even be sure what you were, nor could I leap joyfully at the invitation of one I could not tell as friend or foe. Who are you? I asked. I am Inera of the White-Winged Clan. White-Winged Clan? I had heard the name before. The White-Winged Clan was said to be wondrous beasts that had become extinct in the distant past. I have heard that the White-Winged Clan died out long ago. I am the last of the bloodline. The only survivor? Indeed, as I said, the last. Which is why you speak of solitude? At that point, almost before I knew it, a weak, almost self-mocking smile crept over my face. I felt myself lowering my guard as I spoke to you. My chains, however, were digging ever deeper into my flesh and shackling my heart as well. You used the phrase prison of solitude before. It's true, this is a prison. Becoming alone for eternity is a prison without bars. You nodded at those words of mine, Anera, in silence. But then you said, I was in a prison too, until just now. I'm sure it's true. To be the only living, I have spent far too long a time alone. I know what you mean. In the legend, members of the White-Winged Clan are thought to live 1,000 years. But even if you were to live on for several centuries, as sole survivor, you could never meet a female member of the clan of the White Wing and hope to make children with her. The clan will never rise again. The sole survivor must live out the remainder of his days alone. In order to conquer this unbearable loneliness, you said, I would need someone to make her way with me. Then you looked hard at me and said, Oh, pirate woman, are you not of the same mind? I nodded in agreement. But then I made a point of smiling and said as casually as I could, in other words, you're lonely. Your beautiful face softened and you said with some embarrassment, I wonder. According to the legends, as I've heard it, the clan of the White Wing are proud and love their solitude. This only increased your embarrassment and you said, solitude has its limits. That did it. I decided to trust you then and there. Well, if that's how you feel, you should come right out and say it. I want company. Company? Alright, companion. A companion? Exactly. It was decided. I'll team up with you. That ended all hesitation. Just as you saw me one to make your way together with, I put my full trust in you. Let's go wild on the high seas, I cried. Isn't that what make our way together means? You mean that I should become a pirate? You don't like the idea? You paused for the space of one breath and chuckled softly. I've always wanted to give it a try. No sooner were the words out of your mouth than you leapt at me. With one bite, you cut through the thick chain that held me down. Oh, wondrous beast, Anera, proud descendant of the white-winged clan. This was how you and I first met. In the 900 years since then, we raged over the open sea more wildly than I ever had before. When I stood at the prow of our pirate ship in search of prey, you were always there beside me. We became irreplaceable partners, friends, companions, family.
Seth? Cook? You're crying.
I remembered some things from a long time ago.
You mean when you were a pirate? And remembering made you cry?
I've always been a pirate. I was crying because of something that happened that I regret.
If I recall, that story with Anera is just like part 1. That was how Anera and Seth met. And there is a follow-up to that and goes into more detail about what it is exactly that she ends up regretting. And I'm pretty sure I remember it, but I'll wait until we hit that story beat. There was something else that I was thinking about when I was reading that. Yeah, it's that Anera as a creature, again with the other creatures that I mentioned before, the game doesn't go into super detail about all the other types of creatures outside of humans and the immortals themselves, which are just humans anyway, right, in terms of physicality, but I'm pretty sure there's no depiction of Anera in the entire game, so like your only image of it is like left to your imagination. Hey Deacon, I love this game because just as they're reading Sleepy Time stories, there are a lot of Sleepy Time stories. There's a lot of Sleepy Time stories, you are right. Yeah, and when I'm in the mood for them, Deacon, this game does it so fucking well, man. I really enjoy them. I think they're really well put together. And it adds so much flavor to the world. Oh, we're here! Yeah, this place. There's a shit ton of items here. Kyle!
Look, it's Kyle.
Yeah, maybe I should do like once we're done with all the videos and recordings, maybe I'll just stitch together a reading of all of them, Zoltraz, just to give people something to sleep to.
Hey, everybody! Kime's back!
Kime's back!
It's good to see you again, Kime. But you haven't changed a bit.
Look at this guy. What are you wearing? Don't tell me you're leaving already. It's been so long since your last visit. Don't go just yet. Oh, God, excuse me. Wop, 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 wop. Right, if I remember correctly, there's like, not a mini game, but like a side quest challenge where like you've got to like collect like a bunch of items in a short amount of time or something. I remember it being somewhat a pain in the ass, and I don't think it's particularly timed. As in, like, I don't think me progressing the story will lock me out of it or anything, so I might just push ahead and then in my own time read up on it, so then at least when I give it a go on stream, I kind of know what we're doing. We'll see what I run into first. I don't actually know the order of stuff. I appreciate his ultras. Right, what are we doing? Hello, child. You're Kaim, aren't you? My grandpa told me that you're the guy who saved our village long ago. Oh, well, yeah, well, okay. Oh, he just gave me something. Obtain magic powered locator level 1. Try it out. I've hidden a treasure somewhere inside the village. See if you can find it. Here's a hint. It's hidden somewhere way up high. It's yours if you can find it. Oh, okay. Using the magic-powered locator, you're able to look for treasures hidden all over the world. But to find treasures, you must obtain information on the whereabouts of those treasures. Once you get the information on the treasure, it will appear on the treasure screen within the item menu. When you have your magic-powered locator and information, there will be a glowing point on the navigation map when you enter the area in which the treasure is hidden. The treasure is hidden at the glowing point. Search for it in the nearby area. You can increase the output of the magic-powered locator, enabling you to find a lot more treasures than with the level 1. I see. Yeah, so this is like a side mission on the side. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. And like the symbol on the right there, you see there's 3 boxes. I think that designates what things I need in order for me to go and get it. Like what level of locator and anything else that I need. Most of it I just need the hint from an NPC. I've got a sneaky suspicion. Ooh, hello. Okay, I gotta keep track of what I'm picking up. Seed! Okay, which seed is that gonna be? D. Okay, I've missed out some stuff already. According to this, A. I'm gonna go in order of what the guide tells me to. So it wants me to go and take this one first back here. I've been in my fair share of battles, but one day, just as I was swinging my sword at someone, I suddenly thought, man, I wish I could have been a baker. I have no idea how a thought like that came to me, but after that battle, I quit the army. I've made my living baking bread ever since. Shit, we got another story time? I just read it. Okay. Alright. Guess Kaim felt left out. Alright, if someone wants to lie down, I'll start reading. The hero was home from the war. He had performed gallantly on the battlefield, advanced to the rank of general, and made a triumphant entry into the village of his birth. The villagers welcomed him with a festive celebration. The grown-ups were treated to drinks beginning in the afternoon, and the children received sweet confections. The cattle and sheep in the pastures that supported the villagers' livelihood, whether because they were excited by the unusual commotion or were welcoming the hero in their own way, sent especially shrill cries reverberating into the blue summer sky. I was wondering why, as I was reading that, I was getting interrupted by a cow and a sheep. General, you are the pride of our village. Obviously, full of pride himself, the head of the village thrust out his chest as he delivered his congratulatory address in the welcoming ceremony. To think that the foremost hero in the army came from this tiny village is so incredibly exhilarating and gratifying. I am sure our ancestors are overjoyed as well. The throng crammed into the village square burst forth with cheers and applause. According to the official figures released by the army the other day, General, you brought down at least 2,000 enemy soldiers with your own hand. A thunderous roar shook the square. Come to think of it, the population of this village is less than 1,000. This means, sir, that you managed to bury more than 2 of these villages worth on your own. God, this guy is really good with math, huh? How fortunate for us that you were not one of the enemy. If by any chance there had been a warrior of your caliber on their side, we'd all be resting in the hilltop graveyard by now. A few of the women frowned momentarily at this remark, but the men, full of liquor, responded with an explosive laugh. Sitting stage center, The general lightly stroked his dignified beard. No one present knew that this was his habit whenever he was perplexed. When he left his village to join the army, he was just an ordinary soldier a long way from growing a beard. General, you are truly the savior of our army, and indeed, of our entire nation. I understand you will be leaving for another battle tomorrow, but we will hope that you will thoroughly enjoy yourself on this rare visit to your birthplace. The village chief ended his greetings and withdrew to the wings, whereupon the village's #1 entertainer bounded onto the stage in the most comical way he could manage. "Dear General," he cried, running over where the great man was seated and going down on his knees. "Oh, hear my plea." The general looked at him uncertainly. "Is there any possibility that you could lend me the sword at your side, if only for a moment?" Perplexed though he was by all this, the general, impelled by the audience's applause and cheers, handed the man his tasseled and jeweled encrusted sword. The man bowed deeply as the sword entered his outstretched hand, and again he cried, "My gratitude knows no bounds." Pretending to stagger under the weight of the sword, he came to the front edge of the stage and held the weapon aloft. "And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will reenact the event that raised our dear general's fame to the heights in a single bound, when he hacked 18 of the enemies into little tiny teeny pieces." The audience cheered wildly, and the man, with exaggerated movements and commentary, swung the sword in a great arc. The audience knew exactly what he was doing. The general had not only made a name for himself for his strategic prowess, but was also widely acclaimed as a warrior on the battlefield. He did not rely solely on his weapon, but, in the end, leveled his opponents with sheer physical strength. This too was a matter of the utmost pride of the villagers. "Here we go, 1 man down, 2 men down, flip the sword back, 3 men down, 4th man slashed diagonally right through the soldier, 5th man's head goes flying, oof, there 3 at once, 6th, 7th and 8th man, what a bother, I'll just skewer you like this." The man threw the sword through the 3 imaginary opponents, and the crowd went wild. The general too broke into smile and applauded. When he was through clapping though, he stroked his beard again. "I'm sure you can understand how I felt at the time, sitting up there on the stage," the old general says to Kime, before taking a sip of water from his leather pouch. His magnificent beard is completely white, so distant are the past events he is recounting. Kime nods in silence, and the general continues, as if mulling over every word. "The more you know about war, the more you feel that way. I'm sure the villagers meant well. They just wanted to pay a homage to their hometown hero. No, of course, they weren't being the least bit malicious. My village has the nicest people in the world, which is exactly why I found the whole thing so painful. I couldn't stand it after a while." Hacking 18 men to bits. The deeds of a hero are related in numbers. Surely, the man who playfully swung the general's sword on stage that day could never have imagined the ones who lost their lives on the battlefield. The agonized expressions of their faces, the curse in their eyes as they stared into nothingness. But that's alright too. People who live peaceful lives don't have to know about such things. That's what people like us are for, to keep their lives far away from the battlefield. Don't you agree? Thanks to us and our killing of enemies, the people we're supposed to protect don't have to know anything about the bloodiness of war. Unless you believe that, what's the point in people killing each other? Kime says nothing in reply. Without either affirming or negating the old general's words, he stares vaguely at the general's troops. "What do you say your name is? Kime? I suppose you've killed more enemy soldiers than you can begin to count." There is no way I could count them all. I thought so. You have a flawless build, the kind that can only be tempered on the battlefield. Only a man who has survived one battle after another can carry himself in the way that you do with complete naturalness. How does a man like you find himself driving a horse cart over a mountain pass? Kaim is ready to leave without answering if the old man asks him such a question. But the general inquires no further into Kaim's background. Instead, there is a sense of relief in the smile he bestows on the sight of Kaim resting his horses at the pass. I was 16 the first time I went into battle. After that, I just kept running from one fight to another until I made it all the way to General. At first, I remembered the faces of the men I crossed swords with and killed. Even if you don't try to remember them, they get carved into your memory. I had terrible nightmares, and try as I might, I could never seem to wash off the stench of blood that splashed on my face and hands. That was a hallucination, of course, but it got so bad once that I spent a whole night in a river trying to wash myself off. The general paused a moment to think about his story, then went on. But after a while, you get used to it. You get used to fighting and killing over and over again. Your body and your mind and your heart, you just get used to it. That's how people are. So I stopped having nightmares. I killed all the enemy soldiers I could lay my hands on, and I forgot every one of their faces. It's the same for you now, too, Kaim, isn't it? Maybe so. It's like a curse. If you don't get used to it, your heart breaks. On the other hand, if you do get used to it, your heart probably ends up breaking someplace deeper down. The general casts a fond glance towards his resting troops. Then slowly shifting his gaze far down to the foot of the mountain, he says, "So that's what it was like for me back then, when I returned to my birthplace in triumph." For the final event in the welcoming ceremonies, several children mounted the stage. And now, in honor of our hero, the children present to the general a floral wreath more marvelous than the greatest medal there ever was. The audience went wild again. When the children put the wreath on his neck, the general favored them with a warm smile. The first honest smile from the heart that he managed since climbing onto the stage. And finally, as a special treat for the general, who has been galloping from one battlefield to the next far from his native place, the children's chosen representative will read his own original composition, spelling out the joys of the peaceful life of the village. With a look of grim intensity, a small boy, barely old enough to go to school, unfolded his composition and, gripping it in two hands, began to read aloud from it, straining to make himself heard. First, I'm going to write about one of the nicest things that happened to me. At my house, we have a pasture with lots of cows and sheep. One cow had a baby 2 days ago. I helped my daddy by stroking the cow's back with a handful of straw while she was having the baby. That makes the cow warm up, so it's easy for her to give birth. The baby was born just before the sun came up. It was a tiny baby, and it could already stand on its own legs. A baby, wow! I'm going to take care of this baby until it gets big. Dear little calf, hurry and grow up, okay? The general had tears in his eyes. Now, I'm going to write about one of the saddest things that happened to me. That was when my grandma got sick and died. See, she was such a nice grandma. I know her sickness made her feel bad, but she was always smiling when I was around. She let me hold her hand when she died. I watched her face the whole time because I knew I wouldn't be able to see her anymore, and I wanted to remember her even after I grow up. She just kept smiling and smiling for me right to the very end. That's why She is always smiling when I think of her. Are you looking down on me from the sky, Grandma? I will never forget you as long as I live. Tears were streaming down the general's face. When the ceremony ended, the general left the village and headed for the town where the army headquarters were located. There, he wrote a long letter to the king, and he gave his sword to his most trusted lieutenant. The general had decided to retire. This was a big surprise to me, as it was to anyone. But when I heard that little boy's essay, it occurred to me, what makes us really human is to celebrate each life that comes into the world and to mourn each life that is lost. I didn't need medals anymore. I didn't need the honor of being allowed into the presence of His Majesty anymore. I wanted to be a real human being again. As a result, overnight, I went from being the village hero to being reviled as a traitor. The general turns to face Kaim and asks, "So, are you going to mock me as a coward who ran away from the battlefield, or blame me for being a deserter who betrayed his own patriotism?" Kaim turns a gentle smile on the old man. "Neither," he says. "As a soldier, you made the wrong decision, but as a human being, you made the right one." The general strokes his white beard and says, "My habit has changed too. Nowadays, I find myself stroking my beard when I'm embarrassed." The two men look at each other and smile. "Okay, back to work," says the general, standing with a grunt. He calls out to his troops, "All right, men, it's all downhill from here. Let's give it one last push and get back to the village before sunset." The troops under the general's command consist of 30 sheep, not one of whom is likely to take a person's life. "Tell me, Kaim, are you planning to go back into the battle at some point?" "I don't really know," he replies. "I'm content with herding sheep for now," the general says. "I don't have the least regret for the decision I made that day. It would make me happy to think this could be a kind of lesson for you." With this parting remark, the general turns away from Kaim and begins walking. The sheep amble along after him in a newly reformed ranks. Standing at attention, the general raises his right arm and waves his troops on. "Forward march!" The command he had once delivered to tens of thousands of men in the battlefield now echoes pleasantly among the mountains of his native village. Discovered treasure hunt information deep in the memory. Oh, wonderful. What was it? Treasure beyond the waterfall. Hidden somewhere in Tosca village. A present for Kaim from the children. Huh. Interesting. Okay, hang on. What was I doing? Yeah, we need to go and get these items. So I believe there's one up here. Yeah, so as I mentioned before this story, there's like a mini game here where you kind of have to run around, and I think you need to like poke all of these Kalolan statues. Ooh, 500G. But there's a set time limit, and there's also like a set order that you need to do it in. So if I don't manage to pull it off today, I'll check and research for next time. That's A. There should be an item over here. Going tank, and then there should be an item further down hither. Okay, and then I think we already picked up D. There's one around here somewhere. I think. Ah, there is. So I think this particular find is because we had the clue. That's why it wasn't like obviously in a box or in a pot. So if you don't, I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure that if you don't get the clue to begin with, you can't just get here and pick it up. Like it's not persistent in the world until you get the hint. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Mr. Gingster, how are you doing? Welcome in. There we go. There it is. What am I doing? Oh, I don't have my other characters. I can't equip anything. Never mind. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. You're looking very purple today. That's E. There should be another item over hither. Ooh, Medusa's head. Fantastic. Yeah, I think that's everything. At least from this area until we get inside the inn. I thought there was some stuff up here, but maybe it's not an item, it's just like where we have to do the minigame. Just got my accessory for the stream deck. Now I can connect to the TV. Oh, sick! Is it just like a USB-C out? Is it like a mini HDMI or something that it uses? I'm now waiting for my controller so I can hook it up and get to play it on the big TV. Hey! USB-C out, yeah, fantastic, okay. Yeah, I think from the few friends that I know that have a, whatchamacallit, a Steam Deck, they seem to be pretty happy with it. USB hub, right, okay. And I imagine for your stream and your particular setup, you've got like a lot of things that you want to quickly access. Well, Zoltraz, in the schedule, I do have Silent Hill 1 this week. On Wednesday, I'll be playing Silent Hill 1. It's an inn, Kaim. Look, it's been a long voyage, and I'm sure you're tired, so why don't we just call it a day in here, okay? Rest? Yeah, okay. That's fine. You gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. You watch me.
I'll go speak with the king.
Your 10 out of 10 vote there, Deacon, wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that I think Steam Deck runs on like Linux, right? Give me a friend. If Azza says he's got it in the schedule, that means it's will take away. What do you mean? What does that mean?
We've never met, but I've heard he's very wise. I'm confident that he has a ship that can get us past the hypercurrents.
Wow, that hit the spot. You know, I'm finally starting to feel at home. No?
Are you even listening to me?
There's a time and place for that stuff, and this is neither. Tell me, is it really true you can't drink?
Yes.
That is so sad. But you're a queen. I mean, don't you have wine or champagne at parties or banquets, hangings, any festive thing like that?
No.
Well, look it. Nobody knows us here. Come on, just give it a try. I guarantee you'll like it. Really. It won't kill you, I promise. In fact, I bet if you take a couple drinks, you might get your memory back. Yeah, it relaxes the mind and other things.
Jensen's such an awful influence.
So?
Absolutely. Hey, look at me. You're talking to Jansen here. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
What? You don't like the cheap stuff?
No, it's just I've never tasted anything like it before.
You don't have to force yourself to drink it.
No, I want my memory back. If there's any chance this will help, I'll manage to drink it.
that good. Are you, okay?
Whew. I feel very lightheaded all of a sudden. It's affecting me like you said it would. Oh, your muscles
Yeah,
are
well-
so...
Oh,
Well, shit.
You know, you're cute when you're asleep.
Jansen!
What? Oh!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, we was having a serious discussion about, you know, what's going to happen next. And planning.
Happen next?
Yeah. You know, she's going to talk to the king and get us a ship, because yours can't float where the... You know, after all, Goats has got the most advanced technology around. We figured we'd get a more seaworthy ship from him. So that, you know... What?
All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time. But don't try any funny business with Ming.
Yeah, well, I'm looking out for her too, you know. I mean, look how restful she looks right now.
Fantastic. All right. The guy's asking for trouble. Yeah, Jensen's a lot. He's a good guy, but he's also that kind of guy as well, you know. Ooh. 3 weeks until vacation time? Jesus Christ, we're already there, huh? Well, wouldn't that be like December? Or like mid-December? Yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I got 3 items there. Save point here. Yeah. But yeah, I have Silent Hill 1 on the agenda. After Silent Hill 1, I will do Silent Hill 2 Remake. And if I still feel like I have not Silent Hilled enough, I will grab a hold of F. But I might wait until it goes down in price. I already have the other 2 Silent Hills, and I've got a bunch of other things too. But I will be doing Silent Hill finally. Yeah, again, I don't like the idea that it's beginning of December very soon. I was just saying at the start of this stream, I haven't really got used to saying 2025. Just in time for Spooky Month? Yup, that's me, baby. What am I doing? Items in this room as well? Oh, hello. I am cleaning right now. Please wait. Oh, it's you, Kime. It is. Ooh. Another seed. Q-roll. Hello. Great to see you here, Kime. Everyone's just delighted. Strange. Shouldn't Sarah be with you? I wonder if that's the first mention of Sarah. Slot seed! Yeah, as much as I want to use a slot seed on my... Oh, wait, I can't. I keep forgetting I don't have my party here. Right, any other items? There's one more item. Like, here? Fantastic. I think that's it. Thank you for coming, Kime. A toast for the well-being of our village's savior. I don't remember what he's a savior here for. I have heard a great deal about you from my mother and father. Please make yourself at home. Uh-huh, okay. Boop, bop, boop, bop. 2026 is coming as a... Nope. That's a whole next year away. So, how was I on stage? I'd love to perform in a bigger town someday. Ishback. Wait, is this my keyboard or your keyboard? This is my keyboard. Yeah. I don't like all the bad news we're getting lately. Have you heard the rumors about the old sorceress's place out in the Cape? Could this be Kime? Do you remember me? I suppose you wouldn't, as old as I've become.
Hey, Kime! I heard you were back.
This place takes me back. And it looks like the years have been good to you.
Knock it off. I'm a bona fide old man now.
Dude has a couple of big jugs, if you know what I mean.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, you've aged really well.
Thanks, honey. Drink up. This is on the house.
Always give old men compliments. You'll get free stuff.
Well,
Like
that
2
is
big
mighty
jugs.
nice. I don't mind if I do. Can I have that big, large mug over there?
I was only 7 when you saved the village, but I remember you as if it were yesterday. You were a hero to us kids back then.
Yeah? So, we're trying to get to Goatza.
Ah, forget it. The only way is through the Black Cave.
I heard it'd been closed off by some old sorceress.
There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll just bust our way through.
It's not that simple. Neither muscle nor magic have had any effect. Although adventurers with plenty of both. My guess is that only that old sorceress can bust through the blockage. She's got some serious magic energy. Yep, she sure does.
Yep, sure does.
Why don't we wait until she goes to the bathroom? Then we can, sneak by her.
Wait till she goes to the bathroom.
Oh, it gets better. You know that place where you and Sarah lived? Well, that old sorceress has moved in.
You should give old people compliments. That's right, sir. And I'm waiting.
My house?
What? Hey, you don't even have a lease agreement?
We kept the place up after you and Sarah went away, so it'd be ready if you ever came back. But I'm afraid she's made a mess of it. Sorry.
Don't trouble yourself. It saves us the hassle of having to look for her.
That's a good point.
The only thing to do with squatters is run them out.
Well, I think you'll be okay. Just be careful, Kime.
We're off to kick some old woman's butt. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? Oh, yo, I'm sorry. Is that you're waiting?
You're not gonna go off and leave Ming like this, are you?
We'll head out there tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh. Whew, okay. Do I have my party now? I do not. All right. I think I can now do the mini game here. Would you like to be one of the? Would you like to have one of the special rings I made? Oh, it's an assembly ring, fella. Yeah. Okay. So this guy can combine two rings that you make into one ring. So like, given the effects of 2 rings for the cheap price of just holding 1 ring on you. So, for example, yeah, flame ring and a bruiser would make fire powered ring. The limitation of these is that you can't upgrade them, I believe. But they're pretty good to start off with, I think. I don't think they're too pricey, so I might make a few of these. Oh, by a few of these, I mean just the one, because I can't seem to make any more than that. Let's have a look. It's been a while since I made any of these. Jamming. Poison ring. I think I need to make the bruiser ring. Looks like I can make a few of these without worrying. See if that's enough. What do these need? That takes us osmosis ring. I could definitely make one of those. A bio ring, I could make one of those. That I'm not sure about. Anger ring, I think I can also make. Yeah, I might make some of these just for the road. You do get some really powerful rings further into the game. That makes these ones quite obsolete. Oh, there's the aim ring. And the bio ring. I can make a bio one. The aim one, I don't have a lot of sharp beaks, so I might not bother with that. What else was there? The Oz ring, don't have many of those. I might have to go farming for some stuff. This will become easier to gather as resources when I get the ability to steal and attack at the same time, where I can attach it to a weapon and have that as my like default ability. So I'm just like constantly stealing as I'm attacking, and then just building up all this kind of stuff that I need at the back. But as you can see, none of these have the steal ability just yet. Yeah, this does MP and damage up. This does damage and crit. This does harden killer and bio killer. I'll go with this one. I think it'll be a nice one to give to someone like Mac. Then I guess we'll get one of these. That one wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest. If a bruiser ring, we can afford one more. I think just... But I feel like I've got things that do that already. Yeah. I think that's enough. Say, wasn't Sarah with you? It's sure been a while since I last saw her. Sarah was so nice to me back when I was a kid. She taught me the names of flowers and birds. This is a Kalolan, the protective deity of our village. Are you here to pay your respects? Are you here to pay your respects? Yes. Oh, bugger. Alright, here we go. Yeah, give me the tutorial then. Pay your respects to the Kalolan statues spread around Tosca village. Press the A button while standing in front of Kalolan statue to pay your respect. In some areas, villagers may block the way to statues, but they will eventually go away, opening up the way for you. Try to visit as many statues as you can before the time expires. The minigame ends after you have visited every Kalolan statue or when the time runs out. To quit the minigame at any time, talk to the girl in the middle of the village. As a reward for your piety, you will receive an item based on how many statues you have visited. After you receive a certain item, you cannot go back and earn it again. I do not want to see the tutorial again. I will quickly have a look at the guide to see if there's anything about it. Now, there's other houses I need to visit. Fuck doing this minigame. It says here, hang on. As you have noticed, the people of Tosca Village are crazy for Kalolans. There's a total of 16 Kalolan statues in town, and if you can lay a wreath on each of them within 5 minutes, you'll win a number of valuable prizes. The statues aren't terribly hard to find. There's one in each building, one in the cave behind the waterfall, and at least one at the top of each of the 3 ladders in town. The catch, this is the way it gets tricky, is that the townsfolk are blocking 3 of them for the most of the 5 minutes. Start by paying your respects to the 13 that are easily accessible. Then run to the watchtower where the man blocking the ladder will move aside with around 2 minutes on the clock. Then the girls blocking the Dino family house will move, allowing you to reach the statue to the Dino family's bookcase. The man blocking the ladder at the north end of the town won't move until there are only 20 seconds left. That's just enough time to shimmy up to the ladder and reach it, but you must make this your final statue. This is some absolute horse manure. Fuck it, let's give it a go. I've got like this as a reference, the K's in here telling me where they're all located. But according to this, I can't get the one at the very end. The one at the very end, I think they're pointing out was this one here. 20 seconds left on the clock. The Dino house is this house, which is second to last then. And then the thing that you climb up on, I don't know if it's this one or if it's this one, because they're 2 other climby points. I'll have a quick read and we'll try this and see how we get on. If my memory serves, that is. I could be way off. Start by paying respect to 13 that easily accessible. Then run to the watchtower. Alright. If it's a watchtower, then I'm convinced it must be this one. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to accept the challenge. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is not 13. Oh, I guess there's one in the house. Okay, so assuming that there's one in Bosso's house. Which one is Bosso's house? Bosso's house. I don't see one in Bosso's house. There's one in Dino's house. What? It does say 13 that are easily accessible. Am I counting this wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only see 11, then 12 in this house? I don't know where the 13th one is. I really don't know where the 13th one is. Unless there is one in Bosso's house that I don't know about. Okay, let's just give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? How many is there in total? 16 in total. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 from this house. Yeah, 15, 16. I don't know where the last two are. Alright, fuck it! And we're off! We'll start at the top left corner. There's 3 here. I'm gonna be like 1. That makes 1, yeah, huh? 2. 3. Let's go down here. It says that there's one at the back of the house, but I don't know if it's in the back of the inn or inside of the inn, so I'm just going to check now. Yep, there's one here. That makes 4. That makes 5. 6. Scare the fish away. Okay, there's a kid in the way there. I don't know if the one inside of here counts, but we'll try. He does count, okay. So that's one extra that I didn't know about. Okay, we can't get to that one just yet. There's one massive one here. Looks like the kid's already moved out the way, so we can do this one. I guess I already did that one. There's one here. Yes. That's 9. What? That's a horse. Wait, what did... Why has the horse got dialogue? 10. We can go into this house. I'm just gonna check if there is anything in here. Okay, well there's... Oh, there's one right there. Okay, 11. Okay, there should be a couple over here. That's 13. Okay, now we head to the watchtower, I think. Yep. Okay, I know where the last 2 are. Okay, the girls are moving. You can see them there on the right there. They're moving, they're moving, they're moving, they're moving, they're moving, they're moving, they're moving. is it? Oh, there it is. 15. We have one left. Yeah, and the last one is fucking here. So I think we just wait here until this guy moves. Ladder's broken. This will take a while to patch up. I see, you fucking asshole. Is this the last one? The man blocking the ladder at the north end of the town won't move until there are only around 20 seconds left. That's just enough time to shimmy up the ladder and reach it, but you must make this your final statue. Do we wait right here? As in, like, right behind him, or should I shimmy to the side? Like, are you gonna move here? Are you gonna move this way? Are you gonna move behind me? Am I blocking you out the way? Are you gonna climb up the ladder? What are you gonna do? 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 Spec, I'm nervous. Come on, move, 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 move. 50 seconds. Come on. Come on, dude. Have mercy. 40. He's not moving. Is it one of those things where he can't go if I'm watching him? 30 seconds. Oh, please move, please move, please. Dude, we have no time left. Come on. $20. He's moving. He's moving. Go, 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 go. Don't talk to him. Don't talk. Don't fucking talk to him. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ooh. Oh, I hope we did it. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed your quest. Now then, you paid your respects to a total of 16 statues. You have visited every Kalolan statue in the village. Amazing. I'm sure Kalolan is very delighted indeed. Here is your reward. Yeah, got some Kalolan hearts. Slot seed! Seal blocker. Huh. Gamble. Fantastic. Thank you, child. May I help you? No, you're good. Woo! Alright. Let me check if there's anything left in the houses that we haven't picked up, and then we can get scooching to the next area. I think I'll be wrapping up stream very shortly. I know this is not as long as I usually go on, but the lack of sleep and the headache is starting to kick in. I guess my painkillers are wearing off. And as I said, for the forefront of Lost Odyssey, I'm in no rush to finish this game. I'm happy if we're streaming this right into next year, to be honest. It's such a lovely game. More people need to be streaming and playing this. It's nice to have a cozy game, like, at least once in the week as well. Alright, there's a seed at the top there. There's 2 items in this place. I want to say we already grabbed the other one. Or not? No, we didn't, so it should be in here. Nice. And like I mentioned to Zoltraz and Gin, sorry, not Jin, Gin. Got you mixed up with Jing for a moment. I will be doing some Silent Hill on Wednesday. Finally be playing the first one. It'll be my first time playing it, though I do have like vague memories of watching my brother play it when I was a kid. We already got the item from here, I think, yeah. I am very nervous about getting stuck on it, but we'll just see how it goes. Ooh, kitty. Meow. Ah, Pipop. Give him all the seeds that we got. Earth Charm, fantastic. I'm wondering how many Pipops the game thing I should have by now. Let me see if it mentions it somewhere. It does not. Okay, then I'm just going to assume we're fine. 51 is an odd number. But then, would I have missed like 4 of them or something? You know, like what we're talking. Excuse me. Alright, I think that's everything that I need from here. I want to pick up all of the like the loose things in the area before I call it, just so then when we do continue streaming next week, we can just go on with the story beat. Nothing here. Oh? The truth is, I was to be drafted into the Gotza army, but I slipped off my roof while I was fixing it, so they dismissed me as ineligible for battle. Ah, but I'm glad you're not going to war. I'd be all by myself without you. We have another fucking story? Okay. Strap in, we do this story first, then we'll go and pick up the items, and then we'll head to the fucking mansion. Where's my drink? Ah. There is no way to keep the village from becoming a battlefield. The enemy forces have crossed the northern pass and made their camp close by. The home forces are here too, sending one unit after another into the village to resist the enemy's attack. The place is a powder keg. Ringed by mountains where two highways intersect, the village is a crucial focal point for transport. It cannot be allowed to fall into enemy hands, while its capture is essential to any hopes the enemy might have for victory in the war. Long years of fighting have come down to this one major battle. It is a battle that must be waged. The logic is clear, simple, inevitable, and it will transform this tranquil village into a battlefield at any moment. The army has ordered the villagers to evacuate. Non-combatants can only get in the way. The enemy wants to settle this before the weather turns cold. So what does that mean? Another month? 2 weeks? Got your stuff packed? No sense getting caught in the middle and get killed. Talk about dying for nothing. Better forget about taking any pots and pans with you. Pack as light as you can and get away as far as you can. Think of all the generations our ancestors guarded our houses and land. I hate to think it's going to turn into a wasteland when the fighting starts. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just plain bad luck, that's all. We just have to hang in there till the war is over and come back when we find out who won. The main thing is to get out now. Right, it's all we can do. We've got to stay alive. Better not hope for anything more than that. Why the hell does this have to happen to us? The villagers leave a few at a time, beginning with the first ones to find temporary shelter. By the time the forest is lightly tinged with red, the village is practically deserted. The only ones left are old folks who live alone and have no one and no place to run to. The army has built a crude refugee camp for any evacuees able to cross several mountains to reach it. The aged poor stagger in with little more than clothes on their back. The only ones left in the village is Grandma Koto. Your Koto is a grandma? The bread of Grandma Koto. As a mercenary, Kaim first met old Koto shortly after he joined the unit protecting the village. He was on an inspection round at the time when he spotted an old woman working in the field. She turned out to be Grandma Koto. A soldier with him yelled at her, "Hey lady, enough of that!" Another man shouted, "You better get out of here now if you want to stay alive. The fight's gonna start in 2 or 3 days. How many times do you have to tell you to go on to the damn refugee camp?" But old Koto stayed hunched over, digging in the dirt. Obviously, she was not harvesting anything. If this had been a time when the grain had ripened and she was hurrying to harvest her crops, it might have made sense. But she was just turning the soil as if she had forgotten that a battle was about to start at any moment. Is the old bag deaf? Or just senile? With a disgusted look, the captain called over to Kaim. "Hey, new guy, do something about this one. Drag her to the refugee camp. If you have to tie a rope around her neck. We can't have her wandering around here. She's just going to get in the way when the fight starts." Captain tone was arrogant. The more cowardly a commanding officer is, the more arrogant and overbearing his style becomes, and the less he's able to conceal his nervousness when a battle is nearing. Kime strode silently towards the old woman in the field. "We'll go on ahead," the captain called out behind him, but he did not turn around. Only a few days would be needed to decide the outcome of the battle for the village, which was a reflection of how violent it promised to be. For this reason, work in the fields now was pointless. Even the most carefully cultivated patch of ground would be crushed under the soldier's boot. A harvest next year was out of the question, nor was it even clear how many years it would take to restore the village to its former tranquility. When Kime approached her in the field, the old woman kept working and said, "Don't try to stop me." She looked and sounded much tougher than she had seemed from a distance. She might have been one of those stubborn, cranky old folks that people kept their distance from the village was at peace. "You're not going to evacuate?" Kime asked. "What the hell for?" she spat out. They've built a camp you can go to." Old Koro gave a snort and said to Kime, "Ha, you're a new one. I've never seen you before." "Yes." "So you don't know what the camp's like? You soldiers have nothing to worry about." "What do you mean?" Old Koro said nothing, but pointed towards a steep mountain standing like a painted scene on the west side of the village. Kime asked, "Is that where the camp is?" "Hell no. You have to cross that mountain and another one to get to it. Nobody my age can walk that far. What's the point of building a camp in a place like that? How many old folks do they think they're going to make it over there? They might as well leave us out in the hills to die like in the old days." Kime was at a loss for an answer. Continuing her digging, the old woman grumbled, "That's how the government does everything." She was clearly angry, but perhaps less angry than sad. "You're on an inspection tour, right? Well, don't let me stop you." "No, you see, you're not going to get me to go to any damn refugee camp. That's all there is to it. I'm not going anywhere. This is a village I was born in, and I've lived here all my life." "I know how you feel. This place is going to turn into a battlefield soon." "I know that. So then, so what?" Kime was at a loss for words again. When she saw that, she smiled and said, "You're a sweet young man, kind of unusual in a soldier." Her expression had softened for the first time. Once she stopped being so prickly, the smile she produced was actually rather endearing. "When this place turns into a battlefield, people will die, lots of them. I know that much. Don't worry, but I have work to do, soldier boy. Telling me to leave my work and run away is like telling me to die. If I'm going to die anyway, it won't be long now. I want you to let me do what I want to do. You shouldn't have a problem with that." Kime fell silent, not because he was at a loss for words yet again, but because he believed she was right. "If I'm going to die anyway," she had said, knowing that he would never be able to speak such words. He had no choice but to bow silently to her will. "All right then, run along there, Sonny. I've got work to do." "What are you doing now?" "See for yourself." "Sorry, but I don't know much about farm work." "Like all the other soldiers," old Koto said with a smile. "The only thing you people ever think about is killing enemies. You don't know anything about nurturing life." She let a hint of sorrow show again. Perhaps somewhat taken with Kime, however, she favored him with an explanation. "I'm planting seeds," she said. grains of wheat. You sow them in the fall. They mature over winter, shoot up under the spring sun, and turn the fields gold in summer. I always do my planting when the northern mountain peaks turn white. Every year, and this year's not gonna be any different. Would the seeds mature in the trampled field? Kaim had his doubts. Grandma Koto, however, displayed not the least anxiety or resignation as she scattered seeds in the newly turned soil. Her hands performed the age-old ritual with ease and naturalness, as if to impress upon Kaim the fact that what she was doing this year was nothing more nor less than what she had done every year before. As a result, Kaim's next words emerged with a smoothness that he himself found somewhat surprising. What if the seeds don't grow? Then, I'll just do it again next year. And if next year's bad, I'll do it again the year after that. You have to plant the seeds. That's how I've lived my life. If you don't plant, nothing will grow. See what I mean? I think so. Whether there's a fight or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do what I have to do. That's all. She spoke with certainty, a wrinkled face softening into a smile as she added, You can't even enjoy a meal if you know you haven't done things right. You're saying that this is what gives your life its meaning? This was the question to which Kaim had long searched for an answer. For what purpose had been born into this world? For what was he supposed to accomplish here? He had continued to roam through his life's endless journey without knowing the answers to these questions. Indeed, because he didn't know the answers. I don't know about deep stuff like that, Grandma Koto said shyly. I just mill the wheat I've harvested and bake the bread in fall. That bread is really special. Nothing tastes as good as the first bread you make with the wheat you grew that year. That's what my grandson looks forward to every year. I can't just decide to take a year off now, can I? I see what you mean. No, you don't, she declared. You're nothing but a damn soldier. Her face had turned hard again. There were no more smiles from her that day. When Kaim returned to the barracks, a soldier who had been stationed in the village for 6 months or more said to him, That old bag hates our guts. Because we've ruined the village? That's part of it, I suppose, but it's got deeper roots than that for her. Grandma Koto had lost her entire family to war. First her husband died in the war 40 years earlier, then her son and his wife the war 20 years earlier. And now, the one grandson she had left was taken to fight in the current war. What's his unit? Kaim asked the soldier. The man gave a helpless shrug and named a unit that had been sent to an area with the most intense fighting. Talk about bad luck. The fighting's so bad out there, if it was me, I'd take my chances on being executed for deserting under fire. He's got maybe like a 50-50 chance of coming back alive. Nope, maybe 30-70. If her grandson were to be killed, Grandma Koto would be all alone in the world. She would have no one to feed her bread to. It must be tough to be alone. Left alone at that age, the soldier said. Looking at old Koto, I can't help thinking of my mother back home. There's no way I can let myself get killed. She'll never stop crying. Same for you too, Kaim? Kaim said nothing in reply. He had no right to put himself in the same category as this soldier. The battle started 3 days later. The enemy army's attack was even fiercer than expected. The defense forces had no choice but to put everything they had into the fight. Kaim slipped away from the battlefront and headed for Grandma Koto's house. He found her leaving for the fields as always. She gave no sign that she was afraid of the fighting. People who know exactly what they must do and who refuse to be distracted by anything else can be strong beyond all reason. Kime saw now that there could be far greater strength in a finite life than in one that lasted forever. Because he sensed this so deeply, he stood before her, blocking her way. He lifted the tiny old woman in his arms and carried her bodily back to her house. "What are you doing? Let go of me. I'm not going to follow some soldier's orders. I have work to do." "Yes, I know that," Kime said. "So put me down now. I don't want you to die." Holding her against his chest, he looked at her with eyes and pleaded with her. "I want you to bake bread next autumn again from a new crop of wheat." She stopped flailing her arms and legs in a vain attempt to get free from his grip. She looked straight back at him and said, "As long as you have someone to feed your freshly baked bread to, I want you to keep baking bread year after year." Old Koro heaved a huge sigh and muttered, smiling, "I knew you were a very strange soldier." The battle raged on for several days. The arrogant, cowardly captain died in the fighting. The soldiers who had told Kime the story of Grandma Koto also died. Countless defensive troops died, and countless enemy troops died. The village was consumed in the flames of war, and all Koro's fields was ravaged under the heels of the military. Kime's side managed to stave off the attackers, then followed the retreating enemy to the north. All that remained in their wake was the empty, devastated village. The war ended as spring was given way to summer. At the cost of massive casualties, the army repulsed the enemy's invasion. The village began to recover little by little. As Grandma Koto had predicted, not one old person who crossed the mountains to the refugee camp came back alive. Autumn, and Kime has come back to the village. He feels warm in his chest when he looks across the fields and spots old Koro sowing wheat. So, she's doing it again this year. And next year, and the year after that, for as long as she is alive. She notices Kime and crosses towards him with a welcoming smile. A year has passed. She seems to have shrunk somewhat within a year's worth of aging. "Haven't seen you for a while," she says. "So, they didn't kill you. And I'm glad to see you looking well too. I heard you stayed near my house during the fight. You single-handedly fought to keep enemy troops away from it." Kime gives her a shy smile. "How was your wheat?" he asks. "All ruined, of course. Worst crop I've ever had. A few scrawny stalks. Barely enough for one loaf." She tells him all this with surprising ease. Then she fixes her eye on him and asks, "Have some?" "What?" "Bread, of course. I'll bake a loaf now if you'll help me eat it." "Well, sure, but..." Grandma Koro sees through Kime's hesitancy and says with a calm smile, "Yeah, he's dead, my grandson. I got word at the end of summer. I was waiting and hoping, planning to bake him a loaf of bread as soon as he got home." When she sees Kime hanging his head in silence, she adopts a spirited tone as if she has to be the one to cheer him up. "Come on then. You eat what he would have had. It'll probably be tougher than usual, what with the wheat harvest being so bad, but I'm sure my grandson would be happy to know I fed my bread to the man who saved my life." So, this old woman has lost her entire family to war. In other words, there is no one left to enjoy her bread. Still, she urges Kime to wait just a minute while I finish this up. Sowing the wheat for the next year's harvest, she does it because that is what she has always done. Because it is what she is supposed to do. Kime stops himself from speaking the words, "Let me help," as he stands staring at Olkoto's bent back. In the glow of the setting autumn sun, she's as sadly small and sadly beautiful. Kime eats the fresh-baked bread. Olkoto was right. Made from wheat grown without its full measure of care, the bread is hard and dry and poor in taste. Still, of all the bread Kime has eaten, and will go on to eat in his long, long life, this is by far the most delicious. Oh, I'm a little sad. And happy, but sad. Hey, Lenia. Jeds, welcome in. Did someone mention bread? They did. They did. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. But every time I read one of these stories, because it takes like 15 minutes, I always need a minute to like get back into whatever the fuck we were doing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to wrap up. What am I doing? This my way or this my way? I'm gonna try this my way first. A whimper whopper, whimper whopper, whimper whopper, whimper whopper. This isn't the play. Oh. Well, it was a 50-50 chance. Let's go the other way. I should probably talk to the rest of the people here to make sure that they don't have other things to tell me. Oh, weird, the music stopped. Okay, so the old Sorcerer's Mansion is like the next proper story beat. I think the Northern Cape is like an optional place for us to go. Don't miss the fact that a second location has been unlocked. Northern Cape, that's from the Town of the Dreams. A small area but offers 2 valuable treasures. Yeah, okay, there's a couple of things that we can pick up here. I think we come back here later as well. Completed another loop around the sun last weekend. How you doing? Yeah. I'm doing alright. I'm a bit, to no one's surprise, I'm very tired today because we went to bed really late. Playing a video game. But I had fully intended to get the sleep, like to sleep in before stream, but that was interrupted by loud banging and drilling. So apparently our neighbors are having their door replaced or something. So I'm gonna wrap up stream soon and go and sleep. Gongora was here. His magic took lyrium away from us. Gongora. Oh, yeah. Wait, what do you mean you completed another loop around the sun last weekend? Do you mean like your birthday happened last weekend? Jeds, did you have a birthday last weekend? Is that what you're insinuating? I'm checking my notes, Jeds. I don't have. Wait, hang on. I don't have your birthday written down. I don't think. It did say, you son of a bitch. Happy belated birthday, Jeds. I'm gonna write it down here. Hang on. How dare you not tell me in advance? What day was it? Saturday was like the 8th? November 8th? Jeez, yeah, no worries. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a wonderful time. What do you get up to in France for your birthday? I assume like you're all like, depending. I assume like what you're in your mid-20s. Did you like you had to eat like 25 croissants or something? What's the traditional thing that you do in France? What am I doing here? Why am I here? I got everything I needed, I think. Maybe. Oh, there. That. I need this. Lionheart. Fantastic. Do I have my whole team now? I do. Cake and macarons. Ooh. What kind of cake was it? I've been really in the mood for like a very fluffy cupcake type of cake. Are you okay? Okay. Strawberry cake. Dude, that sounds awesome. Well, congratulations again. I assume you got some leftover cake though, right? For the belated congratulators like me. It didn't last a day? Damn. So this is the home of the old sorceress. Gives me the creeps. It's so strange, I can feel an intense magic energy. It's covering the entire mansion. That means the old sorceress is here, right? In any case, we've got to find that woman. I'm scared. Don't be such a scaredy cat, Mac. What's so scary? This is the house where Mum used to live with Kime and everyone. I know, but someone else is living there now. That's... well, yeah, but... Look, let's just be careful, okay? We don't have any idea what we'll find inside. I'll tell you what we will find. We'll find a save point. Whoa! Did you see that? Hey, what a nice way to finish off, huh? To kickstart my spooky season. My belated spooky season, I should say. Yeah, so there should be an item here. There's probably something across here as well, right? Or not. It's always creepier when it's kids, isn't it? Oh dear. Whoa, 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 what the hell was that? Uh-huh. Yeah, this will be a good place to call it, because I know that this is, what do we call it? This is a dungeon, so to speak. And there's a bit of a puzzle aspect to this one, so it'll be better to do it all in one go. Thus all that lives does flow, thus do they fade away.
What's that? They look like pieces of a poem.
The sorceress did this. She made a mess of everything. Let's get rid of her for good.
But everyone's so angry. Is this a thing? No. Perfect. Alright. And I think this is a good point for me to call it for today's stream. Thank you so much for joining me for today's stream. God, I'm slurring my words. I think it's a good point for me to stop and go and take a nap. I have missed streaming this game though. I think Lost Odyssey is a fantastic game if that wasn't very obvious. So I'm glad that we're doing it again. My plans, as I mentioned earlier on, is to do Silent Hill on Wednesday and Friday. But in between that, because usually me and Haley stream on Wednesdays, but we moved it to a Tuesday. Because we're using so much Parsec, we tend to have better luck with our internet on Tuesdays. So we're just going to give that a go and hope for the best. So Tuesday, tomorrow, me and Haley will do some Metal Gear Solid 5. And then, yeah, on Wednesday and Friday, I'll be back with Silent Hill 1 for the PS1. First time I'm going to go through that. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, everyone. It has been real. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday.